With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil. With so much time to kill, he promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once clicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. It's not in burp and leaning ban, it matters not if battery fun. A child can't see it powers making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over it and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here. It's not showing the. Hold on. I just want to set a signal. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Monday the 8th of May 2023. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed. I hope you had a great wee weekend, and I hope you're enjoying your Monday as well. I didn't have to work today, so I'm quite happy about a nice lazy Monday. Bank holiday, lazy Monday for me. So yeah, I just had a wee chill day, just took it easy, nice and relaxed, and just stayed home. And yeah, that's basically been my fucking day so far. I've been a lazy bastard, it's been great. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Of course, there was Phil only had one stream yesterday, and then he had to fucking make his Patreon videos, but he still found time to make another Keemstar video. For the 20th and final time, Phil Burnell has talked about Keemstar for the final time. This time it probably will be the very final time that Phil will mention Keemstar. So with that in mind, the sentence quit today will be Keemstar. Because Phil's absolutely going to fucking mention the very final time he's going to talk about Keemstar. What channel was it on? He put it on? Was it here? Was it on this video? Yeah, it's here. My final answer to Keemstar. I need the internet's help. 16 minutes of Phil rambling and raving like a goddamn fucking lunatic about Keemstar, trying to insinuate Keemstar wants to bomb him or something. It's bizarre. And Phil was in his chat moaning and bitching and whining about the lack of concrete gaming news. Scrolling up here you'll see, man, there has been solid gaming news all week. Just rumours that could easily be bunk. Sucks when there's nothing concrete to talk about on the podcast. And some people are fucking saying to him, like, it feels like just games slowing down. So, Dark Cover says it feels like gaming is slowing down, especially with the cancellation of E3 this year. Phil says, well, it's the calm before the storm. In June we are likely to have tons of digital events and announcements, plus new releases. So it's like the final lull and then it's going to explode. That's what Phil is hoping for anyway. He is hoping there's going to be plenty for him to fucking talk about on his Shy to Be podcast to try and fucking make it more bearable than it actually fucking is. Even though it's not fucking bearable right now as it is. Because obviously if he's got nothing to talk about, if there's nothing given to him to talk about, then he's basically going to fucking have 40 minutes of Q&A because his unimaginative, uncreative ass cannot fucking think of a good way to try and engage his audience's attention on his own without a fucking game for 90 fucking minutes. But yeah, so Phil's not... So you can imagine today's intro will probably be the very long one, I imagine, since there is no gaming news and there's not much for Phil to fucking talk about then. Boo-hoo, woe is Phil, poor him. Let's just spin this bastard in a wheel and see what it's going to land on. Is it going to land on the stash scratch or prayer hands? Looks like prayer hands. Prayer hands is landed on. Fantastic stuff. Whoops. Fucking. There we go. So, we need a number. We need a number in chats between 1 and 230. The very first number in chat I see will be the one I use for today's bingo. No, yep, there we go. Ruffian Name says 42. The very first number in chat I saw was 42 from Ruffian Name. Cool stuff. So it's a card on the left hand side, fantastic stuff. We got Phil to say help, him doing siege mode. What is siege mode? It is when he fucking crosses or folds his arms when he's talking to the camera. Then him saying business, alright, and tips. The second row is Phil doing defense mode. Now what is defense mode? It's when Phil tries to justify something essentially, like I had to do this because of this reason. You know, just him trying to defend his shitey actions. Him doing scat talk, him saying fun, necessarily, and his voice cracking. The third row is Phil saying positive, you see, Keemstar, addition, and what I mean by that is. The fourth row is Phil saying, there you go, honest, fuck, meaningful and chill, and the fifth and final row is Phil being all clown mode, him saying interactive, tired, him scratching his moustache, and him giving the good old prayer hands to the camera towards his audience while he fucking begs profusely for some sort of monetary gain. That is the card for today's bingo fun and games. Fantastic stuff indeed. Thank you very much for helping me pick it. So let me just save that right now before I forget to. Got some quality tunes on the background as always, you know. Music from Meerkat as well as Darks of the Flow playing on background. It's mainly Meerkat because it's like 25 odd Meerkat tunes in there, and there's like 4 Darks of the Flow songs. You know what I mean? Because to be fair, it's Meerkat's made a lot of good stuff, to be fair. I mean, so it's mainly Meerkat music just because of the random nature of it. But you'll hear some Darks of the Flow songs in there as well. But let me just save this card very quickly now. That's all good stuff. And there we fucking go. So one more thing to cover, by the way. So that's a card saved now. Fantastic stuff. I can close that and close that. TG Gamebox made a wee tweet the other night, and I think it's having an interesting tweet to talk about. So he noticed that Phil has went up 1 roster member. You know, and Gamebox has saw that if you buy this pack 3 times, you can basically get enough medallions to get him. Gamebox has earned 28,000 medallions from playing the game. Is it safe to assume that Phil could have spent $200 to get Rosie? This is pure speculation. So he's not entirely certain if Phil actually spent $200 or not to get this Rosie. It is possible, who knows. He's not saying it happened, he's not saying it didn't happen, he's just saying in this particular instance, to get that particular character in Dragon Champions, it is possible that Phil spent $200. Aside from that, there's really not much else to kind of cover, just waiting for Phil to properly go live. He's going to use the restroom, and then he's going to fucking begin. I was thinking of playing this random asshole club. I mean, I searched pretty big go for things like, I searched specifically for making stuff up, and I found an interesting rant here from an old Level 1 podcast from November 2021. We could watch some of this while we wait for Phil to actually go live. How about that? Let's get a little feel for today's podcast by seeing a podcast from, like, you know, a year and a half ago, from November 2021.
Clementine has sent me $4.20. It says, I actually found you through a detractor video. For some reason, I got suggested with it on YouTube. They made you look awful, so I checked you out for myself, and I enjoy you now. I have a feeling that I'm one of a few who became a fan that way. And I mean, again, you're not alone, but you are the exception to the rule. Seriously, you're the exception to the rule, because for every 1 Clementine that there is, no exaggeration, there's probably 1,000 people who said, wow, instead of actually investigating for myself and being intelligent, I will just take what I'm being told as fact, and basically now either just completely ignore Darkside Phil and DSP Gaming for the rest of my life, or I will actually participate in the toxic behavior towards him. And this is how it went from, oh, lighthearted, this is how you don't plays, to, oh, videos that aren't about his gameplay anymore, but now actually attack him personally about the way he behaves on streams, which then turned into, oh, now it's not just about how he behaves on streams, but how he behaves in his personal life, which is none of anyone's business, which then became, let's delve into Phil's personal life and try to make drama content up about it, even though it's none of anyone's business, which then became, let's just regularly just lie about Phil to make him look bad on the internet for personal gain. It just got worse and worse. It just kept snowballing over and over, you know? And that's what happens with this shit. That's why people who are at the beginning of this whole thing, oh, well, I didn't intend that, but this is how you don't play. I mean, that's great. And you know what? Maybe 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 8 years ago, whenever it started, you're right, no one really foresaw how toxic YouTube would become. You can't really blame the people who made a montage of Metal Gear Solid, right? To say, oh, in 10 years' time, you know, people will literally be making stuff up about Phil that's legally is you know, bad. You know, people are stealing Phil's identity and doing things in his name with his personal information to fuck his life up, right? When Phil tries to actually have a positive relationship with a company and get a sponsorship, thousands of actual mentally messed up losers go and harass the company online so that they will stop dealing with Phil. You understand? Like, there's a ginormous difference. I don't think that the people who started this stuff intended for any of that. They were just messing around. They wanted to make fun of how bad I was at Metal Gear. But YouTube propagated the toxic behavior. They made that environment possible. They did.
I want to just reassure people, in case you fucking arrived late, we are looking at an old clip. We're waiting for Phil to come back from his bathroom break. He's not live pro play yet, but I found an old clip from November 28th, 2021. This is an impromptu post-Guardians Q&A, and I found this rather kind of interesting, a little bit of copying from Phil. It may have given away the fact that it was not recent times, based on the old webcam, the lack of LED lights, and the Christmas decorations in the fucking background, but in case you weren't fully clued up, yeah, this is an old clip.
YouTube created the toxic environment and nurtured it and promoted it and made it popular. How is it now that there's people who make content on YouTube and you can't find their content? All you can find is the people who hate on their content.
So there we go. That was an interesting old clip. Phil is apparently going live now. Well, he is live, but he's not going live yet. Is he back from a little bathroom break? No, he's not even back from his fucking bathroom break yet. No, so, you know, I'm live, as you can see, me red dots there. Wait, did he fucking come back and then disappear again? Oh, he's fucking been on clown mode. Actually, hold on. This is clown mode, and we have clown mode. So, get that ticked off already. I think the music's still playing, no. Yeah, shitty music is still fucking playing. Fantastic stuff. We've got clown mode ticked off already, straight away. Outstanding stuff. Jesus fucking Christ.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
I like how this fucking freeze frame looks like fucking Phil just snorting Jasper's fucking tail. Thank you very much to Brotherhood of Steelman for the super chat. It says, I will how Phil always says the detractors are doing illegal videos because he doesn't have a defense. I assume he meant, I like how Phil always says the detractors are doing illegal videos because he doesn't have it. Yeah, Phil always fucking tries to claim illegal actions and conduct from the mentally ill detractors. Not sure, he fucking uses that. He loves that goddamn term so fucking much to describe every single fucking detractor. There was not thousands of fucking people going after certain, you know, whenever Phil tried to get a sponsorship, it was not thousands of fucking people going after these fucking people, you know, like when fucking World of Tanks try to fucking sponsor him, for example. Let me just actually go live again just to make sure. He's going live right fucking now. Okay, here we go. But yeah, it was like dozens of people fucking went after these fucking people that attempted to sponsor Phil, not thousands. He is delusional as fuck because it makes him, you know, it makes him the perpetual fucking victim. Even back in 2021, the victim narrative was so fucking strong. Yep, Phil is playing the long intro. He's got nothing to fucking play. So we're going to see Pixel Side Phil. Actually, we can technically count as siege mode. I'm counting that as siege mode. I don't fucking care. He's played the long intro, it's not always a guarantee, that's siege mode. The short intro does not have Phil doing these things, by the way. So, yeah, I'm counting that as siege mode. We've got two on the fucking board, technically, before Phil's pro play fucking began. Now you got the Nazi salute, the fucking 8-bit Nazi salute. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm surprised he fucking encoded that shit. But yeah, guys, you all know the rules for Bingo. Please let me know in chat in case I miss anything. I don't try and miss things on the card. I just do sometimes. It just happens. 25 snorts, 3 space, 100 likes of Phil, or here, or 100 likes here as well. 3 space as well. 10 burps was all for 3 space. And yeah, good fucking luck, guys. Here we fucking go.
All right. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone today? And welcome to the Level 1 podcast. I am Phil. Phil I am. Or Philium for short. And welcome to the show. How's everyone today? It's a new week. And we're back to full days of streaming. After yesterday, I did have to take a stream away from my regular schedule to do some private React stuff for my patrons. Now we're back into the swing of things, all right? And hope that you guys are doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope that I find you safe and healthy. And if you're not in a good mood, hopefully today we can do something about that to cheer you up.
He has been doing that a lot lately, I've noticed. He's been doing that a hell of a fucking lot. He's like, if you guys are feeling shite, I hope I can fucking do something to change that. It's like, that shit should go without fucking saying, I imagine, but he's done that. It's a newest thing Phil's been doing. I've noticed. One of his newest gimmicks, I guess, him fucking saying to his audience, if you guys are doing pish, hopefully I can fucking make it less pish for you. That's essentially the fucking... It's a nice message to convey, but it's kind of strange as well to see Phil say it, you know? Like, it seems to be fucking making sure he tries to fucking say that all the time now. I just... I fucking noticed anyway.
So, today, we are going to talk about a variety of topics, although admittedly, I was thinking about this morning, and I was actually talking directly to my audience about this, that it just doesn't seem like right now there's too much going on in the realm of concrete gaming information. You know, we had a bunch of news to talk about when I came back from my break last week, but then after that, it's been a pretty slow weekend into this next week. There's nothing really going on. There's some rumors and stuff that we can talk about, but nothing solid, you know? And, you know, some people are like, it's just so dead. I think what it is we are in the midst of what they call the calm before the storm. As you know, typically June is a huge month for games because it used to be the month when E3 took place. And whenever E3 took place, which was typically the first or second weeks of June, that was when all the game companies would release their big announcements regarding all their new games that would be coming out. You get all these big cumulative updates about them and everything. And so, likely, even though there's no E3 anymore, because it's got canceled and pretty much is done for good, I feel, I think what's going to happen is we're going to see a series of big announcements and events and all kinds of things. All this information will begin to hit the internet very shortly. In fact, as soon as, you know, that first week of June. June 11th is the big one for Xbox, where they're going to have their big showcase, and then after that, the big Starfield showcase, and everyone knows Starfield almost feels like the make or break game at this point for Xbox, does it not? It feels like a big make or break situation where if they don't do well with Starfield, they've got nothing to offer at this point. Even though they bought all these game studios, like none of them are really coming out with anything it's worth playing. Redfall was their first major one, and man, it was a huge disappointment. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen on that front. But I think what's going to happen is, you know, come early to mid June, I don't know why I almost said July, early to mid June, we're going to end up seeing a ton of new information about all these games that'll be coming out soon. And then it's funny because at exactly the same time that's going to be going down, we're also going to have a ton of new games. You know, in that first week of June, we got Street Fighter 6 and Diablo 4, and then within a couple of weeks, we've got Final Fantasy 16. So we got a crazy amount of stuff that's about to be going on in June, and it's just kind of like right now we're kind of waiting it out to get to that point. And so that's what's going on. And really, if you look at this month, right, there's not a heck of a lot going on. The games that have come out have been kind of underwhelming. You know, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a fine game, except that it runs like dog shit on, you know, every format. So it's kind of hard to enjoy a game when you can barely play it because the frame rate's all over the place. And the controls are kind of wonky. And then you've got Redfall that came out that sucked, right? It's just really, really bad. Unfinished game. And it's like, well, then what are we supposed to be playing? Now, the good news is there is a brand new game coming out this Friday called The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch. And I will be playing it. I'll be playing it all day Friday, and then it's going to hit my major schedule as the new release will be mixing in with everything else. And to celebrate that, we're going to be doing a special hype event tonight over on DSP Reacts, where we're going to be doing a tier maker ranking, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as I get into the specifics of it, because I think you guys are going to be excited. If you've liked my tier maker stuff up to now, I think you're really going to like tonight's event, because we're going to be ranking all the Zelda games, all right? But yeah, so after that, for the rest of this month, there's not much going on. There is going to be a new Amnesia game called The Bunker near the end of the month, and at the very end of the month, there's Lord of the Rings Gollum, which story-wise is looking like it might be pretty good, but I'm not so sure about it being like a full-fledged exciting game, because guess we'll have to see. But see what I mean? Like, it really feels like we're just kind of mulling about, and it's kind of the calm before the storm. And just when June hits, it's going to be like, boom. We're going to be exploding with all this new stuff going on. But we have to get there. All right? So today what we'll do, we'll talk about the schedule for this week. We'll talk about the special stuff coming up, because there are multiple special things coming up this month that I'm excited for. That should be good. And, you know, and we'll go from there. All right? It's going to be a more laid-back podcast yet again, because, again, we don't have major stories or anything really to talk about. There's one rumor. All right? And the one rumor is about Konami. And we'll talk about the Konami rumor this morning, because it does seem to be kind of interesting that Konami is actually back into the discussion as a game developer after so many years being out of discussion as any kind of a major game developer. It seems like the whole attitude is flipping, so it's cool to kind of maybe chat a little bit about that, even though sadly there really is nothing concrete there. It's all speculation. That's what I mean. Like, right now it seems like I wish I could have a big news segment for you guys, but there's no news. It's all like rumor and speculation and guessing, because there's really nothing concrete right now. I think we have to wait till June for that. By the way, today's Monday. That means that Jasper Kitty is in the office and ready to hang out with us if he so chooses. He could be in here today if he wants for the Elden Ring stream. You know, every Monday, Tuesday is usually when he gets to join us. At least that's what it's been for the last month or so. I don't know if the schedule will hold forever, but for now, that seems to be the case. So, for those of you who like the little furry guy, he may or may not be jumping all over the chair and trying to distract me when I'm playing Elden Ring today. I guess we'll find out, right? So, he's needing stuff in my closet right now. So how's it going? I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you're ready. Sorry that yesterday I could only do one stream. My night last night was a mix between reacting to the history of K-pop and a wrestling match, and then there was a private video that I made for someone who I don't think they're going to make it public, so I'm not going to talk about that. But I spent about 2 hours doing private react videos last night, which was fun. It's always fun to do those. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can get a private react video made for yourself if you pledge $50 to my Patreon. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Now, I don't really talk about it that much or mention it that much, but it is something available. You know, a lot of people say, well, if I just want to have Phil watch videos, I'll become a member.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. He says, I can't understand why he first lied about Jasper. It was a strange fucking thing to lie about when you fucking think back on it, you know, when you... that's fucking... He's saying most like he's fucking wearing a goddamn Jasper hat, for fuck's sake. It's kind of strange, but it just distracted me. But yeah, Phil, remember, lied about having Jasper before. Like, when Jasper was finally revealed, it was like, oh, we've had him for ages, we've had him for a long fucking time. When we went to fucking get married, we had to get somebody to keep an eye on him and look after him while we were away. We didn't tell you guys the whole fucking time.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
So yeah, it's a kind of strange thing, like, why did Phil lie about Jasper in the first place? Was it pure to try and monetize him from his fucking audience for at least $1,000 fucking dollars? Of course, in the end, Phil got $2,000 essentially for revealing it, because after his full audience got him to the $1,000 goal to reveal this private, you know, amazing thing, Planet Jeff came along and gave him a fucking singular $1,000 contribution of his own, so that's why Jasper's 2KJ, because it's like his audience fucking paid $2,000 just to see a goddamn fucking cat get revealed the whole fucking time. I mean, he's been here for the whole fucking time, guys. Please give me money and fucking support me because I have a cat now. It is bizarre. Thank you very much to the Barrett Wells for super chat as well. He said, I'd rather crack open a thermostat.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Well, let me actually read it. I read it wrong. Thank you, Barrett Wells, first of all, for the super chat. It says, I'd rather crack open a thermometer and drink what dribbles out. You mean the mercury? Yeah, exactly. I said thermostat because I'm a dumbass. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's Phil's, yeah, $50 for a fucking special fucking react video. It kind of ties into Logan's super chat as well. To be fair, Logan says super chat as well and says, why is he so secretive about that private react video on Patreon? Does he have an OnlyFans now? Maybe, I mean, I don't think there's any actual genuine criteria for Phil's Patreon react videos. Someone might get on the more personal side. Who knows? It's one of those things where I'm not actually questioning that too much myself. It's one of those things. Obviously, once the DSP is, you know, patrons get that video from him, he has been very open that they're free to do with it what they want. If they want to upload it themselves, because that's the content they paid for essentially, and they bought essentially from him. So, you know, anything that Phil does on a Patreon React video is fair game for anyone to do with what they want to. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe some of the topics might get a fucking personal or something. Who knows? Which is why he's not fucking trying to say maybe they will or won't share that. But it's up to the person that bought it, I guess. So yeah, that's the way I see it.
Dark Side Phil. Now I don't really talk about it that much or mention it that.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Devel. Oh.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Devel, for the super chat. It says, did he hide the cat during the King of Suffering rant? I mean, the original King of Suffering rant is like War Dog Leader. That's like 2016 or some pish, man. That's a long time ago. Cat wasn't even an equation then. So, what relevant King of Suffering rants was it? I mean, Phil has had many King of Suffering rants. The original one was kind of War Dog Leader. Oh, yeah, of course it was. It was in between. That was when Leanna actually dumped his ass at the time, wasn't it? That's how it all came about. Because Phil was all fucking feeling sorry for him. Of course, that's, I don't know why in my head I thought they were fucking separated quite a bit. I kind of sometimes forget how long Cat's actually been with Phil when you think about it. I can, you know, sometimes it's like a fucking, you know, a huge amount of time between like fucking Phil bullying War Dog Leader essentially and calling him a King of Suffering, and him fucking sliding into Cat's DMs. So yeah, I can blame, yeah, but of course the two are actually fucking tied together, because when War Dog Leader tried to help Phil and tried to fucking encourage him to fucking, you know, get himself back into some sort of fucking, like, make himself a fucking sandwich, at least not shit, Phil was very mean to War Dog Leader, fucking, you know, infamously so, and dubbed him the King of Suffering. So there we go. And yeah, at that time, Leanna had just freshly dumped Phil's ass. It was a mutual breakup, of course, but Leanna dumped him for sure. And apparently it was very quick. Phil did not waste much time sliding into the DMs of another woman. So to try and fucking get her, you know, try and basically convince her to fucking, you know, please come here and fucking clean my shit for me and cook for me. I know. And as War Dog Leader reminds everyone, that Phil also said that he was lying about his own little brother actually being dead. Yeah, if you've never seen the War Dog Leader thing, actually, is there a video? I think somebody made a video recently. Let me find it. Some people might not be too caught up on the whole lore with War Dog Leader and DSP from back in the day. So let me see if I can find a video, because I think somebody made something recently. There's been a whole bunch of videos, to be fair, you know. I'm trying to think of a good one. Somebody made one recently, I think. Here we go, here's a good one. Mr. Stuff. Here's a link. There's a good one. It's actually, we can actually watch some of it ourselves if we want to. Hold on.
Of course, now we got to get someone in the stream chat who wants to turn their own personal story into...
So, War Dog Leader, let's just make it clear. So, Phil's all feeling fucking sorry for himself, and War Dog Leader, as a sympathetic individual at the time, said to him, "Look, Phil, I lost my little brother very recently. I can still function and eat. What is wrong with some noodles or eggs or hell, even cheese on toast, man?" And Phil fucking took that he took that shit personally.
Of course, now we got to get someone in the stream chat who wants to turn their own personal story into, you know, derailing the chat, and I'm not going to put up with it, so I'm just going to warn you right now, you know, War Dog Leader, there's no way for us to know if what you're saying in the stream chat is legitimate or not. You could be someone completely making stuff up, or you could be completely legitimate. Appreciate the sentiment, and sorry to hear about a family member that passed away, but no one wants to hear you make this about how I'm in the wrong for being stressed in my life because you have a situation that's worse. That's ridiculous. Go run your own stream if you want to do that. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, he's trying to make me look like a villain because he says someone passed away and he's doing better than me. Wow. Well, good for you.
Just to be clear, that is not what War Dog Leader said. Was it even fucking close?
Maybe you're a stronger human than me then. Maybe you're a better person than me. Good for you.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
I had to go back to this video just to make Phil dance FIFA. Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says, wow, what a piece of shit. Yeah, exactly. I like how I tried to make Phil dance on this fucking screen by just habit when I hear that, but it's just it's a fucking slideshow. So it doesn't do anything, so like, shit. But yeah, Phil at this time was feeling very sorry for himself. He was doing his absolute fucking best to try and get as much sympathy donations from his audience as possible. He was like, oh, I've got to do everything myself now. There's no Liana here anymore. It's just me, and I'm so depressed and I can't even function.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Voodoo People for the super chat. It says, Phil was so personable with that kid in the chat. You mean this kid here, Water Weeder? If you talk about this kid here, he's in our chat as well now, and he's... Yeah, I'm sure he'd appreciate being called, you think he's young, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what kid you're talking about. There you go. But yeah, this is a classic one. It's only... Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says, someone needs to splice this into React submission. A few people have before kind of spliced part of this kind of clip before. You know, especially the bit where he actually just calls out, congratulations, you are now the king of suffering, that kind of bit. You'll hear it in here. But some people have used this before for some of their content.
Well, good for you. Maybe you're a stronger human than me, then. Maybe you're a better person than me. Good for you. Go run your own stream and everyone could go watch it. This is my stream. People want to know why I wasn't here, and I'm being honest. Enough of this. They're ridiculous. Everyone wants to turn life into like a competition. I'm better than you, right? It was like I was saying earlier, someone in the stream chat was like, well, Phil, I know you're not feeling good, but if it makes you any feel better, I've been crapping my pants out all day. Like, I can't stop crapping. I'm sick to my stomach. And I said to him, you know what, dude? You know, some people, that may actually make them feel better. To me, it doesn't. To me, it actually makes me feel like I don't take pleasure in the suffering of others, right? I don't take pleasure in the suffering of others. I'm not that kind of a person.
Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Cody Taylor for super chat. Says, I'd pay top dollar to hear Phil calling cops on Keemstar. Phil is apparently considering a fucking restraining order to stop Keemstar. Keemstar apparently sent Phil Burnell flowers, chocolates, and like some fancy cookies or something to try and sweet talk him into fucking apologising or some pish. So that's why Phil felt inclined to make a special fucking video. So yeah, I mean, I've got no idea what the fuck's going on. Keemstar is desperate, it seems, to fucking get Phil on this level on lolcow podcast thing or whatever. You know, I don't know what the fuck they're going to call it. I don't know if Keemstar's just fucking around with Phil at this point in time, just to fucking bait him. I don't understand, but Phil is making constant fucking videos, constant final time I'm talking about the videos about Keemstar. There's been like fucking 3 or 4 in the last fucking month now, and I think I can see a pattern emerging. When you actually go to his channel, you can see a wee pattern emerging here. When Phil talks about Keemstar and this kind of drama-related stuff, 5.4k views for my final answer to Keemstar. Same time frame, 441 views, the Daily Crap. 818 views, Star Wars Jedi. 550 for that part as well. The level 1 Crapcast, 540 views. There's quite a big discrepancy in views, isn't there? When Phil talks about random drama shit out of nowhere and just drops a video out of nowhere about that, he gets a big spike in views. You see it before happening down here as well. Am I doing a podcast with Wings and Boogie? Is Keemstar involved? The real story so far, 4.4k views. And before that, I think there was one other one as well. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I guess 15k views. Emergency! DSP Gaming maybe shut down. This is 12 days ago. I made a special emergency fucking video. 15,000 fucking views. So when he does these kind of special, unique wee fucking videos where it's, you know, it's something talking, when it's not about his usual business, when he's got something else to talk about besides the usual crap, people actually are interested in checking that shit out. Any other fucking time, no. Another good example of this is Phil, a month ago, the entire takedown history of DSP Gaming. I am innocent. And then Phil showed evidence of him not being fucking innocent to that shit. 11k views. When it's something against his usual kind of shit he does, there is definitely a spike in interest, it seems to be. But when it's his usual scheduled shit, nobody cares. Anyway, I want to finish playing this clip so we can get back to the content. We'll definitely have plenty of speed up just now, don't worry about that, guys.
Right? So, when people want to compare sufferings and compare life situations, it's like, wow, you're the king of suffering, good for you. No, I'm just sharing, I'm being honest with you about what's going on. And I'm not going to have someone come in here and I'll try to make me look fucking bad on a stream that's my gameplay stream, that's for me to share my what's going on with me with you. Oh, well, my life is worse than yours and I'm better than you. Well, good for fucking you. Go on your fucking pedestal, you know, go bronze yourself and make a fucking statue to your greatness because you can do better with meals when you have something worse than what's going on with me. Like, what the fuck? Seriously. Get the fuck out of here, man. That is so fucked up that people would do that. Go ahead. You know what? Officially for tonight's stream, you're the king of suffering. You're the king of suffering. Good for you. Thanks for coming in and making yourself, propped yourself up on my stream. We really needed that. Really. Unreal. It would have been one thing if he comes in and he says, oh, you know, recently I lost someone, and so I kind of feel where Phil's coming from because he's going through tough stuff too, and, you know. No. Oh, well, I do better than Phil. Well, fuck off. No one cares. Seriously. And here we go. Here come the trolls. Who I knew were going to be here, too, because, you know, the trolls would always be here when I come back from when I'm not feeling good. So good. Everyone, please, if you're a moron, please speak up now so I can get rid of you before we start with gameplay, because we really don't want to deal with your stupid shit. Unbelievable. Okay. And now War Dog has earned himself a ban because it's obvious either he's a troll or he's just someone who is just going to be here to derail everything, and tough shit. Goodbye. Goodbye. Moron. I can't take it, you know?
So yeah, Phil, so this is keep in mind this is all the same of time. So Phil just got dumped by Liana. You know, he's trying to slide into Cat's DMs, trying to fucking find himself a new fucking, you know, mother figure to fucking look after him and clean the house and cook him meals and all that shit. And yeah, all Wardog was guilty of doing was basically saying, look, you know, I guess, I mean, it wasn't being mean or nasty, but it was just a wee bit of fucking tough love. It was like, hey, just, you know, we all go through shit, you know what I mean? We all have fucking things we have to fucking deal with, but we need to fucking pick ourselves up and fucking get on with shit. You know, you can't even fucking make yourself fucking... Because Phil was, before I'll say that, Phil was basically saying I can't even fucking make myself a sandwich or anything, I can't even... Like, Phil's like, I can't even make myself something to eat, or something. She was really fucking laying on Vic. So War Dog's trying to fucking give him a little bit of kind, tough love to say you can't even fucking pick yourself up and make yourself a sandwich, come on, to fuck. And Phil saw this as a fucking personal attack.
You know, so, alright, so I'm having a bad time, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to purposely find someone else's stream just to say how I'm having a worse time than them, but I'm doing better. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, so anyway, we're done with that shit.
And so basically that essentially sealed War Dog would have become a detractor. I think it was fair to say at that time he was kind of, you know, not really either or. He was kind of maybe on the fence to an extent, I don't know. But that definitely sealed his fucking fate as a detractor. He was like, okay, fuck this guy's an arsehole, I'm a detractor now. And that clip went quite viral when it fucking happened. A lot of detractors were talking about it, a lot of people. Phil got called out for it, and yeah, he doubled down on it as well. So the following day, as War Dog says, Phil doubled down on fucking standing by what he said. So, yeah, that's it. So, that only Phil is allowed to be the king of suffering. Yeah, exactly. War Dog ended up on a call, and so he ended up on a couple of things, I think, you know. I mean, I think he'd done a couple of interviews as well. Like, I can't mind who it was that interviewed him. There was a detractor that interviewed him as well. I think Secret Limited covered it on his top 10 moments as well. He definitely covered War Dog. But yeah, that was covered in the top 10 as well. There was a TXT, and I said TXT's in it. Shout out to them. Anyway, we have plenty of speed up just now. I'm going to use it. We're going to go 1.25 speed. So let's crack on with it. Let's get on. If I can get that was a lot of fucking speed up just we just earned. That's quite a few distractions to fucking make sure we have plenty of speed to try and get up to Phil. So Hopefully we can stay at 1.25 for the rest of the show, or even go faster if we need to.
That much, but it is something available. You know, a lot of people say, well, if I just want to have Phil watch videos, I'll become a member of his React channel, DSP Reacts, and I'll suggest a video for his weekly React show, DSP versus the Internet, or maybe I'll become an Ultra member over there, and then I'm guaranteed to get my video watched. That is true, but DSP versus the Internet is a clip show. So the purpose of that show is that I go through a bunch of shorter clips and watch them as highlights. I don't really watch full videos or anything unless they're very short. The point of a private React is that I watch an entire video from start to finish, and it could be a long video, and I commentate on the entire thing. So really, it's the only way for you to get a full-length React video made for yourself if you want to see me react to a certain subject matter or whatever. And it's been interesting. I've done these now for just under a year, and some people love them and do them all the time. Some people do them once and like, it's all right. You know, it depends on the subject matter, I feel. You know, if it's something that I have more to say about, or if it's something interesting that I'm learning about for the first time, probably better than just something that's kind of, you know, random out of nowhere. Because I've probably done private React for like 10 different people over the last year. So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't mention my my Patreon that much, because really what my Patreon is, it is a legacy way, okay? It is a legacy way for people to essentially support this channel without being involved with my streams, all right? Since I became a full-time streamer in 2017, my focus is essentially making streams, okay? But there's some people who are longtime viewers of my content here on YouTube, and they love the content, but they don't attend the streams. They're like, well, I'd still like to support Phil, so they just, you know, they throw a little bit towards my Patreon every month. So give it a look. If that's your cup of tea, maybe you just don't care about the streams, but you watch the content on demand, like, maybe I'd like to do a little pledge here or there, maybe get something back for it. Give it a look. It's patreon.com/darksidephil, okay? All right. It's probably the last time I'll even mention it this month, seriously. Okay, so I have a cat sitting on my lap staring at me. Why are you staring, Jasper? What are you doing?
Shut up, bitch!
There he goes. Being silly. All right, now he lay down on the floor. Yeah, Jasper demands attention. Exactly. Whenever he's in here on Mondays and Tuesdays, he's like, why are you talking to other people? Why aren't you talking to me? Anyway, yeah, that's where I was last night. Outside of that, yesterday, whew, what a day. So we had a chill podcast with a lot of Q&A, but then Jedi Survivor yesterday, I got so addicted to trying to beat this boss fight. And it's the same thing that happened to me when I played Elden Ring. If I'm fighting a boss and I feel like I can beat it, even if it's ridiculously tough, I kind of stick there and play it for hours. You remember I did the same thing in Elden Ring where I was fighting Tree Sentinel, and then it was the Crucible Knight, and I spent hours trying to beat these bosses. And I kind of got hung up doing the same thing yesterday in Jedi Survivor, fighting 2 Ogdo Bogdo Toad bosses at once. And let me tell you, if this game has any shortcomings, they were definitely on display yesterday. All right, first of all, the control's very wonky in this fight, where sometimes you'll try to jump and the game just won't give you a normal jump. Like, why is he flipping in a weird horizontal way when I'm literally doing the same exact input that I've done before to try to do a double jump over these frogs? It doesn't make sense. And then sometimes it was weird, like the inputs would be, I get the wrong move. I was like, what's that about? But for the most part, the real problem with the fight is that it's unfair. The hitboxes are terrible. You know, these frogs have a tongue attack that when they throw out the tongue, if it hits you, you're instantly dead. And you think, oh, well, it's easy to dodge. Well, it should be, except instead of having a hitbox on the tongue, so, you know, the tongue comes out straight, okay, I'll just run to the sides or I'll jump. No, the hitbox is a giant area of effect all around the tongue that makes no sense. So you can literally be jumping over the tongue and you get sucked into it. Visually, it makes no sense. Gameplay, logically, it makes no sense. Essentially, it's lazy game development. They kind of really messed up this boss fight. And it's really the only reason that's annoying, okay? So I ended up taking almost 2 hours to beat these double bosses, and then I beat them. But then after that, we did make advancement. We went to the new area of the game, which is the story, and it's hilarious because I played the story for maybe 20 minutes, and I'm exploring, and I'm having a good time, and I find a chest, and I open the chest, and inside there's a pair of pants, hunter pants. I go to put on the pants, and as I go to equip them, the game crashes. The game reloads. It saves nothing. So I had to replay like 20 minutes of gameplay again. I'm like... Again, I really feel like this game, Jedi Survivor, would have been Game of the Year material if it had polish. The game screams, where's the polish? You know, hitboxes that are completely imprecise. Jump animations that aren't the same even though you're doing the same input. It makes no effing sense. Frame rate that's tanking constantly in the middle of important times when you need good frame rate. And then it crashes that erase your progress. Like, these are all things, literally all things that easily could be fixed with more polish that they didn't give the game. They released it as it is, and it's sad. This game could be much better. And it should be much better, quite frankly. It's a sloppy game. I feel bad because there's parts of the game that shine huge, that are really good. And it's like, dude, these are completely overshadowed by the times when the game falls on its face. It's like a clumsy game, right? I'm a genius. I know a lot, and I could save the planet, but then I keep falling and tripping and landing.
As soon as he said, I'm a genius, I just kind of thought, I can't... That is prime fucking clip material. Just Phil saying that randomly out of the fucking blue.
Right? I'm a genius.
That is just... I mean, prime... That is... Please, someone clever exploit that for all it's fucking worth.
I know a lot, and I can save...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells. Super chat says, sounds like a bad day. Maybe Kobe died again. Oh yeah, true, that was a bad day. Phil lost his save file and Kobe Bryant died. The two things are completely fucking, you know, basically the same level of fucking devastation for most people around the world. Yeah, I mean, remember the news articles that fucking following day? Right below the headline of, you know, Kobe Bryant passing away was Phil Burnell loses his save file. The world is grieving. They just couldn't believe that Phil lost that goddamn save file. Yeah, that was just, you know, he got a lot of shit for that, man. I can't. Oh my fucking god. There's another thing. I'm curious. Please tell me it's somewhere. Please tell me it's gonna be easy to find. I fucking want to find this. I'm sure it's gonna be on here. I just type in DSP Kobe. Surely I find it. Which clip should we use here? What about this one?
If apologizing isn't just words, it's I will not do this thing again because I feel bad about it. If you keep doing the thing, it's not actually an apology. You have no respect.
Let's see what this one is like.
For people that are alive.
This really sucks. I hope this doesn't continue to happen, dude. This blows. Today's just a bad day. Kobe Bryant passes away in a tragic helicopter crash. My slaves get corrupted and deleted from friggin' nights. What else could happen? I hope nothing else. I hope that's it. Today's just a bad day. Kobe Bryant passes away in a tragic helicopter crash. My slaves get corrupted and deleted from friggin' nights. What else could happen? I'm insensitive? How am I insensitive? What? I'm upset because horrible things are happening today. Obviously, Kobe Bryant passing away is way more horrible than me losing my game save, but obviously... You have no respect. Apologizing isn't just words. This is people being stupid. Let's equate someone's death to Phil losing his game save. I never said that, you fucking idiot.
Today's just a bad day. Kobe Bryant passes away in a tragic helicopter crash. My slaves get corrupted and deleted from friggin' nights.
Yeah, but you know, that's what morons will do. Make shit up, put shit into my mouth. That'll be the headline on the video on YouTube today. Phil equates Kobe's passing with his game save corrupting. Fuck off, piece of shit. Suck my ass. Suck a turd right out of my butt. How about that?
That's not a good video, to be fair. Don't know, is it better?
It's just like piling shit on shit. You know? You hear something awful, okay, let's play a game to forget about it. Oh, look, the game's fucked up too. It's like, what's next? You know?
Jesus, it's actually a good video. This is a few years old, this fucking video. I never realised this video existed. I'm going to give it a wee like. 1.3k views by Psychotic Sonic. There we go. So yeah, if you guys want, I'll give you a link to it in the chat as well. If you guys want, I don't know if they even do anything anymore. This might be a detractor that fucking bailed, you know what I mean? But that was a well put together video, you know what I mean? It's only a couple of minutes long, you know what I mean? But it did the fucking job. It did exactly what it had to fucking do. So yeah, shout out to them. Let's have a wee quick check. Are they still around? They are actually still making content as of a few months ago. But it looks like they are focused now on just making gaming content rather than... Maybe they fucking just seen what Phil said because of people talking about it and they fucking had their own take on it. Yeah. Everything they do apart from that was a DSP video, it looks like. And to be fair, they're getting good fucking views as well for some things. Look at that shit, 3k views, 4.7k views, 26 views. I guess it fluctuates. But yeah, for the most part, they seem to be doing not too bad. Sometimes with the fucking views they get sometimes. Fair enough, shout out to them. Anyway, on with the bingo.
When the game falls on its face, it's like a clumsy game, right? It's like, I'm a genius. I know a lot, and I could save the planet, but then I keep falling and tripping and landing on my own head. That's basically what the game is. Like, what is going on here, right? Anyway, you know, so that being said, I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm hoping that it gets better. A lot of people are saying once you leave the planet I'm on, Kobo, the game actually does get better, both in performance and less wonkiness. I guess we'll see. But as of now, you know, we're like, how many hours in? 10, 12? Actually, let me check. We're 10 hours in, and we're still on that first planet. You might say, why am I still on the first planet? Because there's a ton of optional content I explored and tried to do. and because the game is wonky as shit. It's 2 reasons. So, we're playing the game tomorrow. We'll see how far I get. Hopefully I get off the first planet, and we'll get to start exploring the rest of the game and see if it's any better, alright? So anyway, that was yesterday's one stream. That was it. Last night, I did a final word on Keemstar video.
There it is! We can fucking tick off Keemstar! For the final time ever, Phil is going to mention Keemstar unless he fucking wants to get more views on a video that fucking blew. Phil has mentioned Keemstar.
I'm done talking about that subject. Literally, I'm just going to say this today. Don't bring it up. Don't talk about that person, nor their content, or any kind of nonsense drama. If I see it, I'm literally going to erase it from my channel. Do you understand? I'm done with this stuff. I really have so little patience at this point for bullshit. I just want to make fun content and hang out with you guys. That's it. I'm done with the nonsense of the outside world trying to interfere with us and our time together every day, that I'm not wasting time on it anymore. In fact, that's why I made a video about it last night rather than talking about it on stream.
What the fuck's with a strange fucking cult-like mentality? I'm fucking fed up with the outside world trying to interfere with our little fucking private little cult-like bubble. How dare the outside world try and fucking infiltrate our fucking little cult-like fucking, you know, following we have here and the fucking, I just want to fucking stick to doing the usual fucking boring shit, which has been not very successful for me. How dare the outside world try and permeate this fucking cult? Phil, for the last goddamn time, you are a fucking loco.
I literally didn't want to waste my stream time talking about bullshit. So that's why I did that video last night. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the video's live. You can check it out here on the channel. It'll explain everything. It's obviously half of a joke and half serious. Some people actually thought the video was completely serious, and I was like, people are so dumb. I mean, wow. But anyway, give it a look, and hopefully, you know, since the video's been up for 12 hours, maybe when it's up for 24 hours, people will get the idea, and then I'm done with that nonsense, and I'm moving on with my own stuff. Okay, so that's the end of that topic. We're done with it. Let's talk about today. Today's exciting. All right, first of all, we're going back into Elden Ring. And last time around, we did the entirety of Volcano Manor, alright?
I think I'm going to go 1.5 speed because I can't be arsed. I just cannot be arsed. Listen to Phil fucking talk about how fucking shit he is at fucking video games, so fuck it. 1.5 speed.
Now, admittedly, Volcano Manor was pretty challenging because I'm a magic build. Makes it harder. It does, because these enemies were a little bit more magic resistant, and I have no health, and these enemies hit for a good amount of damage. So it was kind of challenging getting through, especially fighting those Godskin nobles, the big ones, the big fat ones. But after getting through there, now we're at the end, and we're at the God-Eating Serpent / Rykert boss fight. Problem is, being that I'm a glass cannon, this is the worst fight in the game for me, because literally you cannot use your abilities to win in this fight. You have to use a gimmick item, a spear, that shoots light. And yes, it damages the boss. The problem is the boss easily damages you. Like, it's very hard to not get hit in this fight. And I get killed instantly, because I have no health, because I'm a glass cannon. That's been my build. So unlike the rest of the game where it's like, okay, I deal a ton of damage, but I take a ton of damage. Now I just take a ton of damage. And so people are like, well, why not respec, right? Why not respec? And I'm like, well, I could respec. Admittedly, I could. But do you really want to go to Raya Lucaria, waste a stupid larval tier just to respec and get all vigor? Like, literally, all I need is vigor, because the spear does the work in the fight. So make a whole all vigor fight, go back, fight, and beat him. Then have to go back, respec again with another larval tier. Do you see what I mean? And this is what I said in my first run of the game, too. I don't like this fight. If you're playing a game, and the entirety of the game is you have a build, and the build improves over the game, and you're utilizing the build, you're getting better with the build, that's what you want to focus on. You don't want to now have to change. It's like a road bump. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, I would like to keep going down the road, but there's a giant roadblock, and now we have to figure out a way around the roadblock. It's annoying. I just want to keep going down my road. And instead, it's like a big lump in the road. So what I'm thinking is, we can try a few things. I'm getting recommended in the chat that if I keep using, Rock Sling, then apparently Rock Sling would work in the fight. I don't think so, because I don't think this guy takes damage except the spear. Like, I think he takes, like, negligible damage from everything in the game except the spear. So we can try it, but I don't think it's going to work. I think that's going to maybe stun him but do no damage to him. Maybe I'm wrong, but we can check it out. But outside of that, I don't think we're going to do it today. Like, honestly, even though there's, like, 18,000 or 19,000 runes on the guy, I really don't think there's a point to it. It's kind of stupid anyway. All it's going to be is runes for me. I don't need any items from the fight. Like, I'm not going to be using Rykert's blasphemous sword like I did in the first game. So we can easily go back to it later. I'm almost able to give it a shot with Rock Sling or something. If it doesn't work, screw this. I really don't feel like respecking today. I think what we'll do, we'll run a poll, and you guys will determine what's the next thing I do in the game. And I'd say there's 3 options. Option number 1, go to the Imperial City, because we've unlocked the Imperial City, but we never entered it. So we can enter the Imperial City and start exploring it. That's number 1. Number 2 would be go to the Deep Root Depths, which we've also unlocked. We got down there, but we never literally didn't take a step into it. And it's challenging and it's fun. There's optional bosses and things down there and good rewards too. So that's an option. Or option number 3, go to the Astal River, which we unlocked the second half of, and it's challenging. And once you beat the Astal River and all of that, then you head into Noxtella, which is the other cool underground star celestial city with the glintstone and everything. That leads to a cool optional boss fight and everything. This is stuff for my build that I would need. So those are kind of the 3 big options for today, I would say. So let's talk about it. What I'll probably do is we'll do a poll at the beginning of the stream to determine what you guys want. While I'm attempting to fight the God Serpent with Rocksling. I'll let you guys vote, and then we'll determine, based on your voting, where I go next in the game. All right? So it should be a fun stream. We should have good progress. Again, it should be a good time. And thanks for joining me for Elden Ring today. Tonight we're doing something completely different. We're doing Tier Maker. And I'm excited for Tier Maker because Tier Maker has worked out really well in the few times that I've done it. And I do it sparingly on purpose, so that way we don't overload my channels with Tier Maker. I feel like doing it, rarely makes it special. So tonight we're doing a Tier Maker stream. It's the late stream at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. It is not here on DSP Gaming. It's going to be over on my React channel, DSP Reacts. Okay, so I hope you guys will join me over on DSP Reacts for the Tier Maker stuff. Now, what's it going to be? It's going to be ranking the Zelda games. Yes, all of the games in the Zelda franchise. Now, I was going through the list, and I feel like I've played maybe 13 different Zelda games in my lifetime, okay? There's way more than that, but that's because a lot of them were handhelds, and I didn't really partake in that big major handheld era of Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS. I didn't really play those, you see? So I can't really speak to games like Minish or Minish Cap, I don't know how to say it, or Spirit Tracks, or Age of Oracles and Age of Seasons, or whatever it is. I didn't play any of those games, so I can't really weigh in on those. I can only weigh in on the ones that are the major console releases that I played over the years. In a lot of cases, I've only played the HD version. For example, Twilight Princess, I've only played the HD version. I've never played the original on...
Here's an interesting idea, Philip. How about you get your fucking audience to fucking weigh in instead on those fucking handheld fucking versions? That way your stream becomes more interactive and the audience can fucking determine what those kind of games can rank on there. Also, you can't fucking say anything yourself because you don't have fucking experience playing those games. Fair enough. Let your audience get involved though. Let your audience participate and fucking determine what should go fucking where. There's an idea, Phil. Are you just going to fucking ignore half the fucking games or something because you've never fucking played them? Jesus Christ. Dajudan is asking, wait, his audience has no say in his list. His audience has a little bit of say, but I'm saying Phil could make a poll to try and determine what ranking specific games gets if he wants to. But I think though, sometimes if he's never touched it himself though, sometimes you'll run a poll for some things on a list to try and see if everyone agrees with him, essentially. But sometimes if Phil's never played it, he'll just ignore it altogether and leave off the list entirely. So yeah, Piece of Pieces restreaming tonight. Agent Proper is also going to restream tonight, it looks like. So yeah, if you guys are aware, I'm going to be fucking fast asleep. When that Tier Maker's on, I'll be sleeping. I'll be fucking sleeping for work. But if you guys will be awake for it, of course, there was plenty of detractors doing restreams. Agent Proper and Piece of Piece are two that I know of anyway. If you guys want to fucking try and endure it with some detractor vision, some detractor filter on there from two quality detractors.
GameCube. Was it GameCube? I think it was, right? So I can't really attest to how it played the original, but what I can tell you is what I thought about the HD version, you see? So, this is going to be a fun stream tonight, because here's the thing. People love Zelda, right? And everyone has different opinions. What's the best Zelda? What's the worst Zelda? And I know what's going to end up happening is people are going to be very, very contentious about this. Even though you might think, oh, ranking 13 games won't take a while. Dude, I guarantee this is going to take all night. If it doesn't, we could have a little chill Q&A session or whatever. But I think it's going to take a long time to get through this tonight and thoroughly discuss the ups and downs of each game and everything and where they rank. Just like last time. Last time we did one of these several weeks ago, it was fast food franchises. But first we had initial ideas of where they should rank, but then we ended up rechanging them around once we realized, oh yeah, well, this one versus this one. This one's actually better than this one, so we moved them around, you see? So this should be fun tonight. I hope you guys will join me tonight for something different over on DSP Reacts again. That's 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Then tomorrow, another full day of streaming. It's going to be more Star Wars Jedi Survivor on the first stream, and the late stream will be the continuation of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Shivering Isles DLC. All right, and that's basically my end of the week. Wednesday's my day off from streaming. Thursday we'll do more Elden Ring paired with Final Fantasy V, and then Friday is the big release of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'll be playing Zelda all day long on Friday, both streams to get a good chunk into it, and then we're going to be balancing Zelda with Star Wars moving forward, with possibly Elden Ring interjecting every once in a while for variety. Although Elden Ring really is the playthrough I'm no rush to finish. I don't need to rush to finish it. We can basically just keep playing it whenever we want. We've got a good tear into the game. You got to hope that when the DLC comes out, hopefully we're at the point in the game where we can play it. So yeah, that'll be basically the focus moving forward. Will be Zelda and Star Wars, and night streams, moving forward as well with Oblivion and Final Fantasy V. So there you go. How does that sound? Now I have a couple other things to talk about. First of all, out of the blue last night, a new movie was released on HBO Max. I didn't even know it was coming out, and I was excited because it was actually one of the things I really like. It was from the DC animated universe. It's called The Legion of Superheroes, and it's a plot line where basically Supergirl is on Earth, but she's finding it hard to fit in on Earth with the other Justice League members. And so she goes to the future to train with a bunch of superheroes like 1,000 years forward on Earth. And this actually was a major plotline in DC. The Legion of Superheroes was a popular comic book line at one point. I don't know if it still is, but it was a long time ago. So this came out of nowhere, and I was like, I'll give it a watch. It was like an hour, 20 minutes long. It was really good. Most of those DC animated movies are really, really good. And this came out of nowhere. It's literally brand
He had a lot of fucking free time last night. He fucking got to make a Keemstar video. He fucking got to watch a whole fucking movie in one fucking go. Mr. No time to do anything whatsoever special or meaningful relating to his fucking business or fucking trying to upgrade things. No, out of the fucking blue, this motherfucker has a ton of fucking time. And yes, this looks like a good thumbnail face. I am going to try it. The fucking rabbit in the fucking headlights kind of fucking stare. This is potentially a good thumbnail. Bear with me here. I am going to see if it works. 2 seconds here. Let me just go here, and the end result looks like, let's see here, I've got the picture here, copy that and paste here, and it's perfect. It is perfect. There's a potential thumbnail for Tuesday's bingo right fucking there we fucking go.
new. It just released on HBO Max. It's a brand new movie. If you didn't see it yet, I recommend it. And I think I'm going to review it this week. Probably not tonight because I'm doing the tier maker, but maybe tomorrow. I'm thinking I'm going to do a quick review of it for DSP Reacts. I watched it on a whim. It's brand new, and it actually was really good. I was actually impressed. The animation was good, the voice acting was good, and the plot was good. Like, everything about it was very interesting. The only thing that I will say about this, those DC animated movies, the one thing that could hold you back from watching them is that you do need to kind of have some prerequisite knowledge about DC comics to really understand it. For example, this is a plot.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says, wait. Why does Phil think Secret Limited is slanderous when he lied about Kat when everyone assumed that she was an escort by the kind of full gay ops by SOK? So, Phil always fucking jumps to the whole, it's slander, it's lies, it's illegal. Anytime a detractor says anything, against him, and also the SOK with a big boogeyman back in the fucking day, and then they fell by the wayside. Who was the next bucket? Who basically replaced the Sons of Kojima as the boogeyman? People like Tevin, people like Secret Limited, because Tevin obviously is a fucking notorious streamer. He has been for a long fucking time. He was essentially the first major detractor, and he was the one that Phil picked up on for whatever reason to fucking say, oh, this guy's doing illegal things and restreaming me, not shit. Secret Limited with his fucking videos, especially those top 10 videos, is always going to get a lot of attention. Those videos are very highly fucking produced, and a lot of work goes into them, clearly. A lot of amazing effort from Secret Limited in editing and crafting these videos that get so much attention, they get millions of views. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they get millions. I don't think I'm exaggerating there when I say his videos are actually getting millions of fucking views when he fucking makes them sometimes. And I will say about Phil when it fucking pisses him off. I'll just make sure I'm not just, I'm not just fucking going too extreme with that fucking number. I just want to make sure I'm not. Hold on, so let me find Secret's fucking channel. 2 seconds. Where the fuck is it? I always fucking have a tough time finding fucking detractor channels. There's so fucking many I'm subscribed to. And there it fucking is there. So, quick check of the metrics there. So, top 10 moments, 176k for 2022. This video here, the fucking WWE Champions one, 144k views. Combined, you can probably say it's got millions of views. These are big videos though, like hundreds of thousands of fucking views on these fucking things happening.
If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills.
And every year though, 2021, the worst gaming moments, 99,000 views.
He had an opportunity to
So I think collectively, I think it's fair to say, millions of views. 241k views for 2016. Does it say don't play Tekken? 257k views. Top 10, so 2017. 2017, of course, which involves Cat right there in the fucking thumbnail. 564,000 views. Over 500,000 views. So, Phil specifically calls out people like Secret Limited because they are obviously one of the biggest detractor content creators in terms of the notoriety. So that's why they get so much fucking attention as well. Like, a lot of detractors can make fucking videos and a lot of detractors do make videos on Phil, but none of them really get traction like, Secret Limited does. I could Teal to an extent as well, get some traction these days. Hate Army too.
Money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for the super chat. It says, we all know why Phil latched on to Tevin. Yeah, I mean, is Phil being kind of racist by randomly just being aggressive towards Tevin? It's up for debate, but yeah, Phil has shown himself to be quite racist back in the fucking day, so perhaps there is some sort of maybe part of Phil's anger towards Tevin is racially motivated. Who knows? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But yeah, it's quite possible considering Phil's history of, you know, biting his fucking fingernails whenever a black person shows on screen, for example, and him saying the N-word quite a lot of times in the past as well. There's a few reasons to assume that Phil might dislike Tevin partially because of, you know, his skin. I'm just going to leave that there as an interesting theory, I think. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So yeah, Phil latches up to... Why Val, why does Phil think Secret Limited is slanderous when he lied about Kat? When Phil lied about Kat, he like... Obviously... So, at the time, when Phil was sliding into the DMs of Kat, she was with another man at the time. She was with Superman. Now, I'm not sure what fucking kind of person Superman was like, but all I know is that Kat was still living with that guy. And so she was seeing Phil in secret behind his back. And then I believe it all came out. So I believe this kind of situation escalated. I believe Superman must have found out that Kat was cheating, and so Phil had to move Kat in faster than he intended. Because the fucking relationship was secret, essentially, because otherwise Superman would have fucking found out, probably. You know, they couldn't actually be open with it, so Phil had to fucking take pictures of Kat from behind, for example, to try and pretend, you know, oh, let's not fucking reveal her identity and all that shit, you know what I mean? So the escort saga kind of hurt Phil because normal people would be able to fucking openly disclose, I'm in a new relationship, you know what I mean? We're very fucking happy. But because they had to fucking keep the relationship secret, because she was seeing someone else technically at the fucking time, then that is why Phil could not just easily debunk the escort saga. He could have very easily done it, but for reasons unknown to us, I mean, maybe it was pride, maybe it was just fucking fear of, you know, maybe Phil was not ready to be able to afford to get fucking Kat moved in or something. Who knows? But yeah, without a doubt, Phil lied about Kat and back in the fucking day. For whatever fucking reason. You could argue it's no one's fucking business, but he's fucking taking random creepy pictures from behind and putting in his fucking Instagram and Twitter and all that shit and say, what the fuck? You know, I don't know, it's a weird one. But yeah, long story short, Phil fucking, any detractor says anything, Phil just uses the fucking same line. Oh, it's slander, it's lies, it's fucking, they take a nugget of truth and they fucking make something out and does stuff, you know, all this crap. He's got the same old fucking speech prepared every single fucking time.
Those DC animated movies, the one thing that could hold you back from watching them is that you do need to kind of have some prerequisite knowledge about DC comics to really understand it. For example, this is a plot line that's very heavily relying on knowledge of the Brainiac character. So if you're not a fan of Superman or the Justice League and you don't know who Brainiac is or understand where the character's coming from or the background of the character, it's actually very hard to understand the movie. Now, I used to watch Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, so I know who Brainiac is. He was a major part of the series, and then to see him in this was like, okay, I get it. But it's kind of weird because they don't really explain it. It's like they expect that you already know who Brainiac is. Well, what if I'm just someone watching an animated movie on HBO Max? You'd be like, what the hell is this? I don't get it. It's kind of weird that they do that. I don't know. It's like for me, I almost feel like they make these movies specifically for me because I'm such a fan of the DC animated stuff from the 90s into early 2000s.
The ego in this man. They made this movie specifically for fucking me. Are you out your goddamn mind? Hold on, rewind that and see that one more time. This is the extent of Phil's fucking ego.
He was a major part of the series, and then to see him in this was like, okay, I get it. But it's kind of weird because they don't really explain it. It's like they expect that you already know who Brainiac is. Well, what if I'm just someone watching an animated movie on HBO Max? You'd be like, what the hell is this? I don't get it. It's kind of weird that they do that. I don't know. It's like for me, I almost feel like they make these movies specifically for me because I'm such a fan of the DC animated stuff from the 90s into early 2000s. And then when these movies come out, I'm like, so all that knowledge that I absorbed back then now gets to pay off because I understand what's going on in this one, and it's actually really good. So anyway, good movie, and I want to review it, and likely I'll probably review it either tonight or tomorrow at the latest. I'll probably do a review of it and release it over there. Okay. So there you go. Because people are like, what's the next thing you're gonna do? Well, this is very timely. It literally released last night out of nowhere. It was the new thing they added, so it makes sense to review it now, right? Okay. In addition, the one thing I want to mention, because we're going to talk a little bit about this Konami rumor. The one thing I want to mention, guys, is yes, a lot of the support that we got last month in April is kind of expiring. As you can see, today is the 8th of May, and as you can see, we dipped about 100 members. And you might be like, whoa, what happened? Well, last month was my birthday.
Hold on. This has potential for thumbnail. We have potential good thumbnail face here. Hold on. The little shake there.
As you can see, we dipped about 100 members. And you might be like,
now let's just see if we can get a good thumbnail face here. Hold on. This is a big improvement. This is a big, massive improvement. This face right fucking here is perfect, in my opinion. I am very tempted to do a thumbnail just of this face. It is very tempting to see if this would even work. I might try it. Just for, I'm going to try different faces on this one. I'm going to try different ones.
Money, money,
Oh, hold on.
yeah, yeah. Money, money,
Oops.
oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Mantra Super Chat. It says nobody has Google in Biggle's world. Isn't what I'm saying? Like, Phil, it's impossible. Phil, I mean, to an extent, I mean, this is the thing. If the fucking movie explained it, I feel like he fucking would have complained that the fucking baby's pretending that no one's fucking aware of it. Like, you know, I think Phil's never satisfied. He's always got to find something to fucking pick on with these kind of things. He's always got to find something to complain about because he's just such a little bitch that way, you know. So, the DC fucking movie, it's trying to explain things to him like you're a fucking idiot. And it's like, big fucking deal, Phil, you know what I mean? Sometimes these movies are actually fucking made essentially for fans of the fucking series, where they don't actually fucking need an explanation given to them. So let's just, I don't know if this is going to work, by the way. I want to see if this works. Let's see how well this works. Jesus Christ. That is horrifying. That is horrifying. Holy fuck. Okay, let's just... Hold on. That's a very clear shot. Jesus Christ, man. Holy fuck. So many fucking freeze frames, man. Holy fucking shit. That one right there. This one right fucking here. Hold on. Let's give us a wee... Hold on. Let's see if we can get a good one. Okay. One more time and then we'll crack on with it. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. And it's perfect. The face, the jowls, the snort sacks, everything is there. Fan-dabby-dozy.
What happened? Well, last month was my birthday. I mean, that's really the explanation. Last month, I had a big birthday marathon event. And during that event, a lot of people showed up and had a good time with me and supported the streams. And there was a lot of gifted memberships and all that. And they've all expired now. And that was to be expected, right? Like, we knew that was going to happen. So just so you know, no, this is not the end of the world. No, the sky is not falling. Okay? It's just natural.
I forgot I put it back onto normal speed. I was wondering why it's going so fucking slow. Let's go back to 1.5.
This is the way of things, is that sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down, sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down, right? It is what it is. So, if you like the channel, if you like the content, all right, things are going to pick up in the next couple of weeks, you know, with the addition of Zelda, and there's another big event coming up, May 21st, okay? We're going to start hyping this up pretty consistently now, ladies and gentlemen. It is DSP's Fight and Feast event coming up on May 21st, so that's less than 2 weeks away from today. It's a Sunday, it's a marathon day. What are we going to be doing during the Fight and Feast event? Well, the point is basically to bring back hype to fighting games here on DSP Gaming. I haven't really focused on fighting games now in a while, you know. New fighting games, well, every once in a while when one comes out, I'll play one and cover at launch, right? And retro fighting games, yes, I've played Classic Street Fighter 2 in various iterations over the years, but there really hasn't been too many fighting game, you know, centric events or things on this channel in quite some time. Well, guess what? Street Fighter 6 is right around the corner, and I'm excited to play it and cover it for you guys. So I'd like to get some hype back for fighting games, and the purpose of this event on May 21st is just that. So, to let you have an idea of what we're going to be doing that day. Okay, number one, I'll be playing retro fighting games from the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. That includes any version of Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, or Street Fighter Alpha. You guys will be voting live what game you want me to play and what character you want me to use in said game, and I'm going to be playing them on the highest level of difficulty in arcade mode, which is actually insanely challenging. These games cheat. They actually do things that should not be allowed in the game, like no charge moves and double damage moves and combos for no good reason, just to make it artificially difficult, okay? So that's going to be one thing we're definitely going to do. Another thing we're going to do is tier maker. We're actually going to be doing tier maker rankings of fighting games. So for example, perhaps we'll rank fighting game franchises, or perhaps we'll actually rank real Street Fighter games against each other. Maybe we'll rank characters and fighters in fighting games against each other. We'll see what you guys are interested in. You guys will likely vote, and we'll determine what you guys want to do during that day, okay? So there's going to probably be a couple tier maker things. In addition, I have a Street Fighter cookbook, and my wife wants to cook some of the things out of that cookbook, so she's going to make a few of them. And what we will do over the course of that day is we're going to check out the recipe, read the lore behind the recipe, how it ties it to that Street Fighter character, and then actually try the food or drink or whatever it is live on stream.
Prophet is saying that we got hyped for Street Fighter on Friday night. So they played Guilty Gear, they gave away 2 copies of Street Fighter 6, they laughed at Phil. Sounds like a good fucking time, Prophet. That's what I'm saying. Phil was trying his best to fucking try and build some artificial fucking excitement for this fucking thing. It's no. Basically, he's going to play old shit, eat a fucking bunch of food, do a bunch of dumbass shit, tear makers again, fucking bringing tears to everyone's fucking eyes. It's not going to be that good a fucking event. I'm going to call it now. It may get some support from fucking dentheads, who fucking knows, but it's going to be a fucking abysmal fucking event.
So essentially there'll be a series of Street Fighter Cookbook taste test segments. That'll be neat. Now, one final thing that people have seemed to want is a WWE 2K Fantasy Battle Royal match that seems to be based around fighting game characters. Now, this year, we got Street Fighter 6 coming out in June, but supposedly by the end of the year, we're also going to have Tekken 8 and Mortal Kombat 12. And if that's the case, it'd be pretty cool to maybe do like a big battle royale based around fighting games. So I'll see what I can put together there, okay? Dalzim's Yoga Balls? Dalzim's Yoga Fireballs. There you go. Anyway, someone just said that in chat. Anyway, so that'll be exciting. I think it's going to be a great event, okay? So it's coming up on the 21st. Oh, by the way, I have something special for that event planned, all right? That's all I'm going to say. So, I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Please get hype. Please save the date. May 21st, a marathon.
Please get hype. Never mind the content creator fucking helping generate that fucking hype automatically with how fucking good they are fucking producing the content. No. He's like, guys, can you please, if possible, can you please turn up to the fucking event hyped? If possible, please find some hype and bring it along to the event. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very fucking much. What a boring bastard.
Here. So here's the thing. We just got to dip in support. Oh my god, my members are down or whatever. But the thing is, this is what happens, every once in a while. If you like the channel, you like the content, please consider becoming a member, renewing a membership that lapsed, maybe one of these gifted ones, or...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Black Mentor. Super Chat says, isn't that the AI art a troll made? I have no fucking clue, to be honest. I have no idea the origin of that fucking abomination you fucking see in the fucking graphic. I have no clue. It's possible it's fucking troll made, and it wouldn't be the first time that Phil has been fooled into accepting detractor content for his fucking shit. It's very possible. Who knows? But he fucking likes it anyway, fuck it, who cares?
Wow. If you like the channel, you like the content, please consider becoming a member, renewing a membership that lapsed, maybe one of these gifted ones, or gifting some memberships to the channel. Hey, great time to support the channel would be this Friday with the premiere of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, or maybe on May 21st when a lot of people will be here for the Fight and Feast special marathon event. All right, just throwing that out there. Great times to support the channel. There'll be a lot of people here who would be accepting gifted memberships, so there you go. Please remember that this channel is 100% crowdfunded. And what I mean by that is I don't have sponsorships, partnerships, product placements, or anything like that. I don't need them. Why? Because you guys support the channel. You allow me to make the kind of content that I enjoy and to not be beholden to anyone on the internet, which is great. It gives me freedom to say and do what I want, to be honest with you, and to put out meaningful content for an audience that looks for this kind of content. So, if you enjoyed today's streams, please by all means support them. Give them likes. When you give a like on the stream, it gives engagement and lets more people find that channel. Please talk with me in the chat. Engagement is key. It really does help. Consider contributing via a YouTube method, such as a super chat or a super sticker or a super thanks if you're watching this video on demand. Maybe become a member, maybe give some memberships to the channel. That's amazing. Or maybe consider giving a tip. Now, a tip is a little different. It's done through PayPal. There's a tips command in the chat. You can use exclamation point tip. It'll bring up the method to do that. Cool thing about tips is it is a better method to contribute. I get more of a cut of a tip than anything else that you contribute, and I get a tip immediately, and it helps me to...
Jesus fucking Christ! Your fucking audience gets it. Look, I'm not going to disagree with the motherfucker. Tips are nice, absolutely, but YouTube super chats are safer. You know, I don't get anyone's fucking PayPal information if somebody fucking gives me a super chat. You know what I mean? For fuck's sake! Holy fucking shit! I feel like doing a film move here and just say, tips would be great, you know, because I do actually get more of that, you know. When you guys super chat, I only get like fucking 60 to 70% of that because of fucking YouTube fees and that. You guys don't fucking give a shit about that, do you? I mean, it's one of those fucking things where it's like you fucking, if you want to fucking do it, you'll fucking do it. Imagine telling your audience, by the way, if you tip me, I'll get more of your fucking money. It's like, and? So? What the fuck, Phil? Big fucking deal. Prophet is saying he has my private info if anyone wants it. I mean, fucking gosh. There you go. Prophet is auctioning off my private information. I think he'll accept any form of not safe for work content as any bids.
Pay for stuff and do important things like buy games, go grocery shopping, pay other bills behind the scenes, etc. So, if you tip me, thank you so much. And we have goals in effect for tips. As you can see, they're tiered for every $50 raise. So if I raise $50, put on a pair of Gunner glasses. Raise $100, you will vote on a silly hat for me to wear, which I have many, many silly hats now that you can vote on. And of course, for $150, which I know is a stretch and we almost never hit it, I'll wear a silly vest for you guys as well on the stream that you could choose. So good stuff there, and thank you in advance to anyone who supports the channel. Drewski just said, I wish the little emojis on the side did something, like maybe 0.00001 cent, like a donation. Every time someone clicks it, I'd never stop. Yeah, if you guys don't know, it's been so weird. It's been almost a month now, right? It's called live reactions. When you're on a live stream now on YouTube, there's something called a live reaction that you click and you can do an emoji. And right now it's like the surprised face or the happy face or a 100, I don't know what it means, or a heart or like a party horn. So you can click on those, and if you do, they appear on the side of the chat. Now, I don't know if you guys can see them. I see them. Like right now, I see them on my desktop. I see them popping up, and I actually see them in my pop-out chat that I have on my laptop. I don't know if everyone sees these or not, but it's very silly, right? I can't unsee them since it's a pop-up. Yeah, I don't know what they do. I mean, I think what it is again, YouTube trying to copy other things, other businesses. So I guess Instagram streams have something like this. If you go live on Instagram, it has this weird feed of pop-up stuff that doesn't really do anything, but I guess it's what it is. So it's funny because here I am. We got about 450 people on the stream. I look down, it's like a constant stream of emojis just going like crazy. And it's funny because when I used to see videos from Instagram with all these emojis going, I used to be like, wow, that person must have like thousands and thousands of viewers to have that much engagement. No, I'm looking right now, I have that engagement too. And I have 400 people on stream. So there you go. It's pretty silly. All right. So anyway, guys, that's what's going on. All right, what I'd like to do is very briefly talk.
Oh, SoQuid reminds me, Phil just said businesses there. It's a good fucking point. Phil said business. That's not one off of the card. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we are 8 away from a full house. So, we have 3 burps so far. We need 7 more burps to get a fucking free space. We need, what else do we need? Well, Phil's only had 5 snorts. We need 20 more snorts for a free space. Phil has 66 likes as of right now, so we might get a free space from the likes from Phil's side of things. And if you guys like this stream as well, we get to fucking get a free space for a card, as well as me playing the Amazing Me Bubbles animation that Pixar Animations made. Dash is saying that he sent me a DM that might make Phil mad. Let me check out right now. What's he gonna fucking say? What's this DM? Oh, I see. WWE Champions are doing a Rocky event, a special Rocky event. You know, the boxing movie Rocky. But the thing is though, there is no Thunderlips character. The Hulk Hogan character that appeared as a strange little cameo in the Rocky movie is not going to appear as a card. So there is no special Thunderlips card on the latest WWE Champions event. And I think I talked about this before at the start of the stream, didn't I? I think I mentioned it, Gamebox. Yeah, I think I did. Here's a theory that Phil spent possibly $200 just to get Rosie, the fucking amazing, fucking massively popular fucking 3-star fucking wrestler, Rosie. Fuck me, man. But yeah, there you go. Phil is back wailing in this game, in case you weren't aware of that.
Talk about these rumors centered around Konami. All right, so Konami used to be one of the big game developers. Franchises such as Castlevania, Metal Gear, among many others that were very notable at the time. You know, recently you say Silent Hill and stuff like that, okay? So over the years, Konami has come in and out of prominence as a good game developer, and sometimes they're white hot and they make some great games that make tons of money, and other times they just kind of fade into obscurity. Well, honestly, actually, so I need to, you can't see them on desktop. I'm using Google Chrome. I don't know what browser you're using. I can see them on Google Chrome. There you go. So basically, recently, in the last 5 to 10 years, Konami has fallen out of prominence again, essentially ever since Metal Gear Solid 5 released. Okay, when Metal Gear Solid 5 released, and there was a big falling out with Hideo Kojima, they basically fired him and his team early before the game was even done. It got rushed out to finish, and it was an unfinished mess, which sucks because the game was a masterpiece that definitely was not done, and felt completely, you know, disjointed and broken because of that, right? So, since then, they barely put out any really new video games. At one point, it was actually publicly announced that they were going to not focus on games anymore. They were actually going to focus more on their pachinko machine division, which apparently has always been a big part of Konami's money-making process, is these pachinko machines, gambling machines in Japan. So I guess that's what they focused on for a while. But now it seems like it's come full circle, and they're swinging back, and now they're going to start making games again. So first of all, in the last few years, they've released some retro collections, like they did multiple Castlevania collections, and I actually played one of those last year, and I played through the first 4 awesome Castlevania games here live on stream. But there's been all this debate about what else they would be doing. First of all, it was announced they are going full force back into Silent Hill games. They're developing a remake of Silent Hill 2 with Bloober Team at the head, or the helm. That's the word I was looking for. The helm. Bloober Team at the helm. Some people like that, some people don't. A lot of people don't have faith in Bloober Team, but others do. All right? Now, they're also making a new Silent Hill game, a brand new one. So it's kind of like your favorite retro game being remade for a modern audience, but also a brand new iteration as well. That's kind of neat to see a franchise that's kind of been sitting around unused, now going to get some prominence again, right? Now, in addition to that, there's been strong rumors that there may be more Castlevania content on the way. But the other very strong rumor is that they are remaking the Metal Gear Solid games, starting with Metal Gear Solid 3. Now, I'll be honest with you.
I saw that rumour as well. That rumour has always fucking came and went over the last several fucking years. I mean, nah, I don't think there's much substance to it, because that rumour has been fucking constant for many years now. If it happens, cool, but I'm not getting carried away with it, because it's not the first time we've heard that rumour.
you guys, all right? I think that's bad ordering. I think if they were going to remake the Metal Gear Solid games, first of all, they should make them from part 1. Right now, part 1 is the one that's the hardest to play because there's the original on PS1 and there was a remake on GameCube. Well, you're certainly not going to be...
Is Phil fucking completely memory holing the original Metal Gear games that were fucking on like older consoles? Like Metal Gear Solid 1 on PlayStation was not the first Metal Gear game, Phil.
Putting up your PS1 anytime soon. You can't play those retro PS1 games on a modern PlayStation console. You can only play them on like PS3, so that's not necessarily accessible. There was a GameCube version of Metal Gear Solid that was kind of a remake in the early 2000s. The problem is it's incredibly rare and hard to play and get. So it's like, there's no accessibility really to Metal Gear Solid 1 right now. So why would they not remake it? And the thing is, years later, and this is the collection that I played that essentially got me into hot water and started the whole negativity and toxic movement against me on the internet. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 collection was released about 11, 12 years ago, I want to say. I want to say it was like 2011, 2012 when it came out. And that was for PS3, and it was an HD port of the classic games, PS2 games. And, you know, that's when I first played them and had a good time with them. I say I had a good time, so later I made fun of them and everyone thought I was serious, which is ridiculous. But I think you get the point I'm saying is, I play these games and obviously...
What sort of strange-ass fucking coping was that? People thought I was being fucking serious. You mean you're fucking dropping all these homophobic slurs towards Hideo Kojima? Well, your whole shtick, your whole label, your whole banner was fucking like, no, like, the whole thing you had going for you. Let's shit DSP Game and see if it's still there. It is actually still fucking there. Phil's had the same banner for like a fucking long goddamn time. Daily videos, raw gameplay, no bullshit. He's always fucking tried to, you know, pride himself in being an authentic, raw, honest and genuine fucking gamer. With his fucking reactions and all that shit. But if you're gonna call him out for it, all of a fucking sudden, oh, he wasn't being serious, he was only fucking kidding around, he was not being genuine and sincere. Fuck off. You just fuck off, Phil. You had a bunch of fucking hot takes, a lot of people fucking called you out for it, and all of a sudden you're, oh, I wasn't being serious, guys, please ignore me. When all those strange, horrible swords I used against Kojima, please ignore those, I wasn't being serious. Fuck off, you were being serious.
There's a big fan base for them, right? And that's why people started hating on me on the internet, because I kind of crapped on them, right? But there's already an HD version of them. So if you wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, or excuse me, 2 and 3 right now, you could play the HD versions of them on a modern PlayStation. So why they're remaking Metal Gear Solid 3, supposedly, from the ground up, kind of baffles me. I'd be like, make the first one. That's the one you can't actually play right now. Even if you wanted to, it's very hard to play. But no, they decided on 3, and that is confusing to me. I wish that they would actually focus on the one you can't actually get right now. You know what I mean? So it is a little weird, I would say. I'm gonna decompress my back for a second. Ooh, that feels good, actually. Ooh. But, yeah, so the other...
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for Super Chat, who says it's the same thing he just said about the Keen video he just did, how some of it was jokes. I like how we managed to make Phil kind of dance there. Super Chat. The fucking music just fucking makes him just bust a fucking move and get into that groove. Fucking shit. Also, this is not decompressing your back. According to Steve the Dead, doing this is not a decompression of the back.
Okay, I'm gonna decompress my back for a second. Ooh, that feels good, actually. Ooh. But, yeah, so the other rumor is that maybe they are actually working on a full-on collection. But they're starting with Metal Gear Solid 3, and depending on the success of it, then they'll move on to the other two. I don't know. But the other big rumor now, because all these rumors have been floating, and we know about, you know, Silent Hill's in development and all that. Another big rumor is hit that supposedly Konami is entering an exclusivity agreement with Sony that these games are going to be on Sony consoles, just Sony consoles. And if that is the truth, what a ridiculous, hypocritical, baffling move by Sony, right? Sony literally is in the process of saying that if Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, then Activision Blizzard could have control over franchises like Call of Duty that are giant moneymakers for Sony. And they feel like that would give them a marketing position where they're kind of like a market dominant thing, and that's why they don't want this acquisition to go through. So Sony literally just makes this case that they should not go through, but now they're trying to do an exclusivity agreement with a company. It's like, what? Wait, you literally don't want Microsoft to buy a company because it would make games exclusive and give them the upper hand, and now on the other hand, you're making a deal to make games exclusive to Sony consoles. Like what the hell, right? Like, seriously, it's like a complete hypocrisy. But is it true? And that's the thing, we don't know. It's rumors. And that's the thing, like, I like reporting on facts. I like sitting here and saying to you guys, so here's what's really going on. Here's a factual story that happened and blah, blah. I can't really do that today because there's really no concrete gaming news. I'm literally reporting on a rumor now. Is it true or not? I wouldn't put it past Sony because they've done stuff like this before, right? The original Metal Gear Solid series was very much a Sony kind of deal, with a few exceptions like that remake of Metal Gear Solid 1 being ported to GameCube. But for the most part, the Metal Gear Solid franchise from the first several iterations was always a Sony thing, and then it was only around the time of Metal Gear Solid 5, right, that it was cross-ported. But even Metal Gear Solid 4 was PlayStation 3 exclusive, right? So yeah, it kind of makes me scratch my head a bit. Like, I don't get it. I don't really understand it. How they can complain so hard about one thing, but then be doing the same thing on the back end. You know what I mean? But again, you don't really know what to believe. I wouldn't put it past Sony to be doing that. At the same time, I don't think we have confirmation it's real. You know what I mean? Okay. So, ladies and gents, that's really all I got to talk about today. I've now gabbed for 45 minutes. I think it is now time to do some shout-outs. All right? We don't have much else to talk about, so we'll do shout-outs. We'll see what you guys have to think about who have contributed. And if there's time, we'll do some Q&A. All right? And then, by the way, like I said, when we start with Elden Ring, we'll do a poll. I'll go try to take on the God Serpent, but in the meantime, we'll have a poll where you guys will try to give me your feedback on what you think I should do on today's stream of Elden Ring, because we have like 3 major options, okay? All right, let's start with shout-outs. First shout-out of the day is from Parasolo, who did a super chat and said, I'm so effing hyped for Zelda. I loved Breath of the Wild. You know, at first, I was skeptical about Breath of the Wild, and certainly there are some things in Breath of the Wild that are annoying, but at the same time, the game really grew on me, and I ended up enjoying it a lot after really enjoying the open world exploration and stuff that it had in it. You know, the fact that it was a Zelda game where you could look out over the landscape and see all these things moving and stuff in the background and realize, wait a minute, I can actually do that stuff. I can actually go and climb that mountain. I can actually fight that giant dragon in the sky, right? That's neat stuff. So I really enjoyed that about it, and I hope that that same sense of kind of wonder and exploration is present in this new one, although I am skeptical, because it seems like it has an insane focus on building and crafting, which never has been a portion of Zelda. I don't get it. Why they decided to basically make Zelda Minecraft is really confusing to me. If I wanted to play Minecraft, I would play Minecraft. I don't need to have Minecraft in my Zelda, but apparently that's what they're going for. So I guess we're going to see how it goes, okay? Thank you for that. And then Jade is here today and has re-upped his membership for 23 months at the Ultra level. Thank you so much, Jade. Glad to have you here on the stream. And thank you for the ongoing support. Alex from Phoenix did a super chat this morning. Says thoughts on the new Chrono Odyssey trailer. I have no idea what you are talking about. What is Chrono Odyssey? Never heard of it. Does that have something to do with Chrono Trigger and Mario Odyssey? It's a crossover. The Chrono Trigger crew went in the Epic, went through time, and picked up all the Marios over time. So now you have like 8-bit Mario, 16-bit Mario, Nintendo 64 Mario, and like modern Mario. And they're teaming up to fight different versions of Bowser through time, right? I made that up. I have no idea. Thanks for the super chat. I've never heard of it. Lies Versold did a super chat. He says, can you just already automatically make a new God tier level for Majora's Mask? See, here's what I mean. People are already, we're not even on the tier maker stream, and people already are having ideas of what they think is like the best Zelda game. And I really feel like there's going to be a lot of contention in regards to the best Zelda. I already have an idea of what I think the best Zelda game is, and you guys might probably completely disagree, and that's fine, but that's the beauty of the tier maker streams, is that we will talk to each other about it, right? We'll debate, we'll try to convince each other. It's going to be interesting, because I might have initial rankings and be like, nah, now that they're all on there, now I want to reshuffle them, because I definitely think this one's better than this one, and this one's not as good as this one, you see? It's going to be a fun event tonight. I hope you'll join me tonight for that over on DSP Reacts, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, excuse me. Mishael has re-upped his membership for 5 months, and he says, hey Phil, what's up? What's going on? Mishael, good to see you here, and thank you for the support. Bloomkid just did a super chat. He says, you do realize crafting was in games before Minecraft? Of course I realized that. I used to play MMOs. I used to play RPGs. It always was a big part of that. But Minecraft is the game that really made it kind of a mainstream deal, and, you know, actually made it pretty addicting, I would say. The whole harvest and craft slash build something with what you just harvested kind of a deal really became a mainstream phenomenon in gaming with Minecraft. So if you're going to bring it up, you're going to say, basically, Minecraft first. It's the first thing that comes to mind. There's absolutely other games that have done it. You're absolutely right. But Minecraft is the one that was the biggest and most synonymous with that gameplay style, I feel. Okay? I mean, I could just say, it's Zelda Fortnite. Do you really want me to say that? I don't think you want me to say that. It's Zelda Fortnite. Because then everyone will get so pissy that I said that. Okay. Let's swing over to tips for a bit here. First tip of the day is Dex. I know it is. And Dex has hit me $2. Let's get Dex on the leaderboard and see what Dex wants to chat about today. Thank you, Dex, for the first tip of the day. Excuse me, that is absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Alright, so Dex says, hey Phil, just supporting, but interested in your thoughts. New GPUs and hardware this gen are pushing 500 frames per second rates. Consoles can easily do 120. PC has had 240 or 360 hertz. Consoles 60 for nearly a decade. How is it they can't commit to push 30? It's baffling. What is your honest thoughts? I mean, here's the thing. Alright, back in the day, old Phil would have done a rant. Should I do old Phil rant? All right, here's an old Phil rant. Now, this is just, I'm telling you guys, it's not modern Phil. This is what old Phil would have done. In fact, you know what? Hold on a second here.
Shut the fuck up!
Old, uninformed Phil, on an Ask the King episode, would have said the following. You ready? Wow, what a bunch of lazy-ass people. They get a paycheck, and this is what they put out. Can you believe that they have a 9-to-5 job where they work on video games, and this is what they're supposed to do, and the only thing they have to do is make that game work, and they can't do it? What a bunch of lazy bums, and they don't deserve a paycheck, and they should all be fired or laid off and get competent people in there. And by the way, all the managers of the company should also be laid off and fired, because obviously if they're in charge and they're releasing these unfinished buggy pieces of shit, they also should all be fired. Everyone...
The funny thing is, he has said that extremely recently about several fucking... He wanted the fucking, you know, the fucking CEO of Microsoft to get fucking fired because of Redfall. This is not a back in the fucking day, Phil. This is still current day, Phil, with a stupid ass hat on.
The game industry is a piece of shit and a lazy bum, and no one should ever buy a video game because it sucks. And that's what old Phil would have said, all right? But I've been around the block now. I've been doing this now for about 15 years. And, you know, I kind of tend to think that there's other stuff going on. Whether it's, I don't know, could it be that, sadly, the games industry has changed for the worse, which I really feel the entire industry has changed for the worse. You know, there was a time when these game companies were allowed to do creative things. They were told, listen, just make a creative, awesome game. And if you make a great game, it'll sell. And if it sells, great. And then we all make money, right? But I almost feel like that's not even what happens anymore. I feel like these people who are going into, these games, or, you know, as developers, as investors, that's the other thing too, like these publishers / investors, they literally see dollar signs now. Why? Because in the last 10 to 15 years, video games have become the predominant entertainment medium. If you're not aware, video games make more money annually than movies, music, TV, and any other entertainment medium combined. Video games are the dominant way that people get entertainment now. And it's the most profitable way to do it. And because of that, people get involved now, who previously were involved in all those other entertainment industries, and now they got to get their hooks into it, right?
Did Phil say the word fuck during that pretend old man rant? Also, holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. This right fucking here. Holy. This is... How do I accidentally fucking... I do wish it was so... Sadly, we can't get the whole thing. Let's see, I'll get as much of this as I can, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, hold on, we might be able to work with this, hold on. This is just, I just got completely distracted with that fucking pause, that freeze frame pause. Let's see how this turns out. I don't think it's going to turn out too great. When I try and go full screen this, yeah, look, oh my god. Oh my fucking god, it looks like some sort of strange ass monster. Look at the head. Look at the fucking head. Holy... How did that happen? How did it manage to give Phil a big massive dent head? How the hell? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Yeah, that is nightmare fuel. How did he even fucking make his head dented? I don't understand how it managed that. Hold on, let me see if I can get a good frame here. If I go back more... But his hands will be a little body then, yeah. Yeah, exactly, so...
Right?
So yeah, exactly, yeah, okay. Won't be able to do that. I'm definitely going to share that image on in that, yeah. I'll share it right now in that being said Discord. Hold on, let me just go to Discord. And share that bad boy, hold on. That being said, give me a second guys, I'm just sharing this random image on that being said. There you fucking go, I'll let people have fun with that. People can do whatever they want with that, it's on that being said Discord, fucking ready for that. You know, I'll put it on everyone Discord. Hold on. It's been a while since hold on. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Hold on. I'm gonna throw it on detractor beam as well. There we go. Detractor beam now have it as well. Oh fucking Indra just stole it. Fuck off. Doesn't he try to do something nice for fucking detractor beam Discord and Indra just fucking got ahead of me and stole it. Put it there. Now it's like I'm spamming Indra for fuck's sake. Thanks, Indra.
Yeah, people get involved now, who previously were involved in all those other entertainment industries, and now they got to get their hooks into it, right? And when that happens, you get people going into things for all the wrong reasons. They don't have any intention of making a good video game, nor do they care if it's a good video.
The reason I paused was, did Phil say fuck during that old man rant here, when he's fucking pretending to his old Phil? Barry, thank you very much for hitting 100 likes. Let me just make sure Phil did not say fuck during this little segment first, and then I will play the balls for you. Just give me a sec, I just want to make sure that none of us missed a fuck, okay?
Old, uninformed Phil, on an Ask the King episode, would have said the following. You ready? Wow, what a bunch of lazy-ass people. They get a paycheck, and this is what they put out. Can you believe that they have a 9-to-5 job where they work on video games, and this is what they're supposed to do, and the only thing they have to do is make that game work, and they can't do it? What a bunch of lazy bums, and they don't deserve a paycheck, and they should all be fired or laid off and get competent people in there. And by the way, all the managers of the company should also be laid off and fired, because obviously if they're in charge and they're releasing these unfinished, buggy pieces of shit, they also should all be fired. Everyone in the game industry is a piece of shit and a lazy bum, and no one should ever buy a video game because it sucks.
So he did not say fuck one time, god damn it.
In the last 10 to 15 years, video games have become the predominant entertainment medium. If you're not aware...
Okay, and blah, blah, blah. We'll catch up. But still, guys, thank you very much for the 100 likes. That is a free space for the bingo, as well as this reward for you.
Oh, yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
Jesus Christ, every time, it's so disturbing and yet hilarious.
Where video games make more money annually than movies, music, TV, and any other entertainment medium combined. Video games are the dominant way that people get entertainment now. And it's the most profitable way to do it. And because of that, people get involved now who previously were involved in all those other entertainment industries, and now they got to get their hooks into it, right? And when that happens, you get people going into things for all the wrong reasons. They don't have any intention of making a good video game, nor do they care if it's a good video game. All they care about is if it's a best-selling video game. Do you understand? And so when you get those kind of people involved in the industry, you get a stifling loss of creativity, loss of creative control. Instead, you get these companies and or publishers that literally are just looking to pump out product for profit. They don't care if the game is good or if it has any longevity as long as they made their profits. And there's different ways to do that. Pump out a game that's hyped and it sucks, but who cares? You already made your money at launch. Pump out a game that has a service, games as a service model. So even though you might only spend a few bucks to start it or get it for free at the start, people keep dumping money repeatedly into microtransactions, so it ends up being a revenue stream for a long period of time. I mean, I could literally just keep going on and on about this. But this is what we've seen. The trend the last 5 to 10 years in the industry has been go away from these amazing game experiences and instead just pump out a game and hope people buy it. I mean, take a look, case in point. I just mentioned this yesterday. I said, take a look at God of War Ragnarok, okay? Here's a game that they took their time making. It took several years. The last one was 2018, so it took, what, 4 years for them to make this game. Top-notch graphics, top-notch production values, great story, great gameplay elements, everything AAA. When we bought it, wow, right? Now look at their competition. Has there even been another game since God of War Ragnarok that's even hit that level? You could argue Resident Evil 4 Remake, but it's a remake. The groundwork was already there, right? And the problem is there used to be games like that all the time, and that's how these companies made their money. Now, when you've got a game, I hate to say it, and a lot of people are going to get angry with me, all right? Take a look at Grand Theft Auto Online, all right? I hate to say it, but I feel like Grand Theft Auto Online has done way more harm to the games industry than any kind of help. Because what GTA Online taught the games industry is you can make a bare bones, unfinished, online games as a service model and become the most profitable game ever made. Because it has been. Did you know that? GTA Online is literally the most profitable. It made like over billions of dollars over the last decade. I think they said it's the best-selling, most profitable game ever. For what? Can you name meaningful experiences that happen in GTA Online that are must-play? I literally skipped GTA Online. I played it at launch. It sucked. I played the heists. They were okay. I tried it one more time. It just wasn't fun. What it is, it's a way to waste your time with friends.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's what video games are in general, you fucking dumbass. Every sort of... Look, it depends... Everything you do in life, technically, that anyone does in life, is technically a waste of time depending on other people's fucking points of view. A lot of us enjoy fucking video gaming, but how many of us have been fucking told by other people, oh, you're wasting your fucking time playing games? Exactly. For Phil, it's a fucking way to live, fucking playing games, not shit. Look, some people enjoy GTA, some people enjoy GTA Online, fair play to them. I don't mind playing it sometimes, you know what I mean? I still enjoy GTA. I still enjoy GTA content. But I've got a very close affinity for GTA. GTA in general, going back to fucking Vice City and all that shit back fucking like a couple of decades ago, I have a strong appreciation of GTA and like fucking going, you know, and everything else. Oh, Anthony says he read out fuck and then said it. He read out effing. He did not. You know, I know if you're nobody's no. Phil. Somebody gave a super chat to Phil and said effing, and Phil read it as effing, but he didn't read it as fuck. As far as I'm aware, Phil's not said fuck yet, so I can't take off. He came close to it, but he said effing instead of fuck. Yeah, that's what I remember anyway. But yeah, Phil. Basically, Phil is pissed off that GTA Online has been such a fucking monumental success for Rockstar. The fact of the matter is, though, if it was not popular, then they wouldn't fucking keep making the goddamn content for it. The fact of the matter is, there is demand for it. So Rockstar are going to keep making this fucking online DLC content shit because there's a clear fucking demand for it. Is it annoying that GTA 6 has not fucking come out yet because of the fucking massive popularity of GTA 5 Online and the fucking constant fucking string of DLC content for it? To an extent, yes. But there's such demand for it. So why the fuck would they not cater to that fucking demand? It makes sense for, I mean, from a business perspective, Rockstar would be doing their fans a disservice by not giving them content they're clearly wanting and clearly willing to pay money for. If there was no if there was no fucking profitability in it, they wouldn't be fucking doing it. You know, it's just the way fucking things are, Phil. Let people enjoy what they want to fucking enjoy.
Right? There's no substance to it. You can literally skip all of GTA Online, and you've missed absolutely nothing significant.
You can, oh, for fuck's sake, talk about your own fucking streams, why don't you, Phil? Why, fucking, the pot calling the kettle fucking black here. We can fucking vanish off the goddamn internet for a whole fucking week, come back, and Phil was still saying the same old goddamn shit every single fucking day. Hell, I played a clip from a year and a half ago, before the fucking bingo started, and it honestly sounded like current day Phil still. It sounded like current day Phil with some of the shit he was fucking saying. Oh, Badlock says, he said help. GTA has done more harm to the industry than help. That's a good shout then. I'll tick off help, that's our first bingo of the game. And as I said, like, I mean, Anthony says that Phil said fuck, but if it's what I'm thinking of, somebody gave a super chat and said effing, and Phil said effing as well. Phil, as far as if that's the only example I can think of that Phil came close to saying fuck but didn't say fuck. If I'm wrong, then I'm sorry, but that's literally the only example I can think of, and I know that's what Phil did for that particular one.
Significant in gaming whatsoever in the last decade, but yet it's the biggest thing in gaming. And that example taught companies we don't have to try. We just have to find something that people are convinced is a cultural thing, and then we'll profit. Take a look at Fortnite. Fortnite, another huge game that really just copied everybody else. Did Fortnite do anything original? No, Fortnite was supposed to be a tower defense game, right? What did it become? Battle Royale, which everyone else had already done, but because they made it look cartoony and cutesy, because they added in Minecraft elements that kids already liked, and because they got all the licensing, it absolutely fucking exploded in popularity and became insanely profitable. Is Fortnite really meaningful? Do you have to play Fortnite to really understand gaming? No. If you've never played Fortnite, again, you literally miss nothing. But it's the biggest game like ever. You understand? It's ridiculous. So because these examples now exist in the last decade, this is now what the gaming industry is going for. And that's sad. I was just talking again yesterday. I said, remember the year 2013? Do you remember in that year, we had hit after hit, banger after banger. So many good games coming out. We had, you know, BioShock Infinite. And around that time, there was like 2 or 3 games right before that were great. 5 games right after that were great. And every month it was like, good game, good game, good game, good game. I don't know if we're ever going to get to that point again. Quite frankly, I really don't think we will. Because that's not even what they're going for with these games. And even game developers that want to make those kind of game experiences are not allowed to. All right? Can I ask you a question? Do you really think the people who made Star Wars Jedi Survivor wanted to put out a game that runs like shit? Do you think they sat there every day, they're like, man, I just can't wait for my paycheck to roll in because we're selling the game, even though it's a piece of dog shit? Do you think that? No, I don't believe that for a second. Those game developers want that game to run beautifully. They want to make a game that's considered a masterpiece that people will remember and talk about for years to come. But what happens is the people in charge, the management, the publisher, they put the pressure on them. They gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta pump this out, gotta pump that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, by the way, 672 says, The Last of Us 1, Battlefield 4, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, BioShock Infinite, GTA 5, just a couple examples of the insane games that came out in 2013. Have we even had a year since 2013 that has had all games of that caliber? Right. And I don't think we will. Unless there's a big shift in the games industry from instant profits to quality. And that's really what it is. It's a quality issue. There's no quality checks. There's no quality standards in place. It seems like it's like, oh, it's video games, and video games are just for kids. They're not serious business. So we can pump out a bunch of junk and fix it later. No, that shouldn't be the attitude. And quite frankly, there should be accountability for people who are in the games industry who are making these awful decisions. They shouldn't be in charge.
But Phil, then who fucking decides what's good and what's fucking bad? Look, Fortnite's a good fucking example. I have never played Fortnite. I have never had a desire to play Fortnite, but I recognise the popularity of Fortnite. I recognise the demand for Fortnite. I recognise the appeal it has to some people. Just because I don't personally fucking play the game or want to fucking play the game, does that mean I think it's a bad game? No, obviously people fucking like the game. People get a lot of joy from playing the fucking game. Fair play to them. But Phil doesn't see things from that kind of perspective. He sees it from, if I don't like it, nobody should like it. Because that's the kind of person he is. He is wired that way because he's fucking weird that way. Barrett Wells just says, I just finished playing Black Flag. There's nothing stopping him from playing Black Flag. I guess he maybe needs to make sure that maybe he needs to fucking get his audience to fucking guarantee their buy-in first so he can pay to play.
Right? They shouldn't be insulated.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. He says he knows absolutely nothing about the games industry if he's a paramount example of quantity over quality. Yeah, Phil has never been about fucking delivering a quality fucking product. Especially back in the fucking day, it was absolutely about the fucking quantity. He was pumping out videos like nobody's fucking business. It was ridiculous how many fucking videos Phil used to fucking spam to people's inboxes every single fucking day. But he abused the shit out of that fucking contract he was on a machinima. He fucking gained the system, and he made a whole lot of fucking money from it, and then he fucking went bankrupt.
Accountability for people who are in the games industry who are making these awful decisions. They shouldn't be in charge, right? They shouldn't be insulated. The problem is we have this cultural thing where people who are rich get into these positions of power, and then
Here it is. There it fucking is right there. Phil's hatred and envy of the rich. Never mind him making 6 figures per year. He makes a ridiculous amount of money per year for doing what he fucking does, and yet he's always looking up in envy at those that are far more successful than him. Apparently it's the rich, which are ruining fucking meaningful video game experiences for him, because they're the ones that make fucking decisions and all that shit. I mean, that's a fucking job, Phil. Could you fucking do any better? Honestly, Phil, could you fucking do better making a fucking video game? What would your... Go on, Phil. I would love Phil Burnell to lay out there for his audience his premise for what a fucking amazing video game would be. He always fucking talks about how these fucking video games these days aren't fucking original because they're fucking taking an idea from this game and that game and combining it, and he said that's not an original idea. You've taken these 2 ideas and merged them together. That's not a genuine original idea. But he offers nothing himself because he's got nothing of value to offer, nothing original. He has no creativity, no imagination.
They have what's called golden parachutes. Did you hear this? They can fuck up.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says, Phil is a Trump over the Let's Play bankrupt. Lol. I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, Phil had the world at his feet in a YouTube sense, and he completely fucking dropped the ball, and then he fucking blamed the rest of the fucking world for him not being successful anymore. The fact that it matters is everything that has gone wrong in his miserable little fucking life, he has done and inflicted onto him fucking self. There's just no 2 ways to fucking cut through that shit. He had the opportunities, he had the means, he had the money, he had the chances, he had the world at his feet, and he pissed it all away, which is exactly what makes him a fucking lol cow.
Who are in the games industry who are making these awful decisions. They shouldn't be in charge, right? They shouldn't be insulated. The problem is we have this cultural thing where people who are rich get into these positions of power, and then they have what's called golden parachutes. Did you hear this? They can fuck up and actually...
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for a super chat, who says, I think some games suffer from publisher intervention, but they are footing the bills for artists to make these games in the first place off the backs of other successful games. Phil has no concept whatsoever, especially these days, of what fucking effort goes into fucking making a game. Not even just effort, you know, but the money. It takes a lot of money, I think, to make a genuinely great fucking AAA game. When you think of the fucking amount of work involved, and like GTA is a very easy example. Like, there's a lot of small, tiny details in Grand Theft Auto 5 which can easily be fucking missed. Like, you know, the silly little random things that you'd take for granted. Like, oh, if your guy goes into the water, his clothes look wet. Like, they had to program that specifically. The clothes look fucking wet. You know, just dumb shit like that. If you shoot the gas tank, you'll actually see the fucking meter in your car for the fuel go down. Things like that.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Logan K, for the super chat. It says, Phil's want to talk. The dents are his golden parachute. Fucking exactly. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Fuck me, man. Phil's rant about the rich will never get fucking old. This fucking sheer hatred of anyone more fucking successful than him. He thinks, oh, these rich bastards have more money than me. They don't deserve it. I deserve that. Fuck off, you fucking idiot.
To quality, and that's really what it is. It's a quality issue. There's no quality checks, there's no quality standards in place. It seems like it's like, oh, it's video games, and video games are just for kids. They're not serious business, so we can pump out a bunch of junk and fix it later. No, that shouldn't be the attitude. And quite frankly, there should be accountability for people who are in...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. It says, Phil is a never-ending lol cow. That gift that keeps on giving. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like, I know there's plenty of lol cows out there, but I personally don't pay attention to other lol cows that much. I don't pay attention to Rich or Boogie or Wings or Low Tier God or fucking Cyrax or whatever. I don't pay attention. It's Phil. I just pay attention to Phil. Phil's dumbass antics is enough for me, essentially. But I know other people, you know, like to dabble their toes into other lol cows. That's fair enough, you know what I mean? But for me, personally, all I need in terms of fucking lol cow entertainment is Phil Burnell. He usually delivers on a daily basis. Barry Bell's been a good fucking point there as well. I have friends who work at EA here in Vancouver. They are busy all year round working on games and helping out on other games that might be behind schedule. it's... Phil doesn't understand that. Phil just thinks, oh, these guys are paid to make a fucking game, so make the fucking game. He doesn't think about the coders, the programmers, the fucking artists, the fucking... Just trying to fucking... Everything. So many fucking layers to making fucking games these days. Especially fucking like the kind of narrative-based games as well. And things have to make sense and things have to work in a certain order. And then these... And it's just so much that Phil does not fucking comprehend when it comes to these fucking games. He just thinks, oh, it's a case of just, you have an idea, you make it, and it should work perfectly. It's like, no, the fucking developers...
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for super chat. It says, Dave is my diet toxicity Dunning-Kruger effect. Exactly, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, for a lot of people, all I need is Phil, essentially, for getting this kind of dose of entertainment, you know, that kind of style of entertainment. I personally, if I endured other lol cows, I think I would be a bit more unhinged. I think it would not do my mental health that much good if I was, you know, trying to dip my toes into other lol cows and seeing what I like. I'll just stick to Phil. I'm going crazy enough just fucking observing the Phil antics.
Standards in place, it seems like it's like, oh, it's video games, and video games are just for kids. They're not serious business. So we can pump out a bunch of junk and fix it later. No, that shouldn't be the attitude. And quite frankly, there should be accountability for people who are in the games industry who are making these awful decisions. They shouldn't be in charge, right? They shouldn't be insulated. The problem is we have this cultural thing where people who are rich get into these positions of power, and then they have what's called golden parachutes. Did you hear this? They can fuck up, and actually by...
To be fair, that's Phil saying fuck there. They can fuck up. There we go. We can tick off fuck, and that's another fucking bingo. Fantastic stuff, hooray, Fandabi Rosie. We are 4 away from a full house. Why 4? Because we have a free space.
fucking up, they're insulated from any kind of repercussions. They sometimes fuck up and get promoted. I know that sounds stupid, but that's actually what happens. What kind of a society do we have that there's this upper echelon of people who are already rich and in power, they fuck everything up for everyone, and then they get promoted or get rewarded? Or, oh, I fucked up while I'm retiring, give me a bunch of money to retire. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people in power in the games industry. People who don't understand games. All they care about, pump the game out, make the profit, pump the game out, make the profit. Until that changes, we will continue to see this happen in the games industry. We'll see dip in quality, more unfinished games, more junk, and way less bangers that are worth your time. Instead, you're going to get the same cookie cutter followed bullshit, the same games as a service junk, the same game you played 14 times, only now it's called something different with a different skin over it, right? I mean, I'm so sick of the same fucking archetypes of games being pumped out that we played already. I don't want to see the same game a 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th fucking time. I want something new and original and different, and we almost never see that in the games industry anymore, right? There you go. That's my answer. That's the kind of answer I couldn't give if I had sponsorships or partnerships, my friends. Seriously. Can you imagine if someone who had a big sponsorship with a game company saying something like that on their stream? That's why I'm happy that I'm able to give those kind of answers, because I'm not beholden to anybody. Okay? All right. Let's continue. I received a $1 tip. Will I be playing Pokemon Scarlet again?
Hold on. Phil said tired, apparently. When did he say tired? Hold on. When did Phil say tired there?
You play 14 times, only now it's called something different with a different skin over it, right? I mean, I'm so sick of the same fucking archetypes of games being pumped out that we played already. I don't want to see the same game a 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th fucking time. I want something new and original and different, and we almost never see that in the games industry anymore, right? There you go. That's my answer.
I don't think Phil did say tired. Did Phil say tired? I don't think he did. He was sick of these things happening, but I don't think he said tired. We came close to it, but I don't think it happened.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says, lastly, in title, The Book of Philippines Begging. That's not a bad title for a book. Also, what the fuck is with this freeze frame? Why does Phil look he's either about to fucking try and hit a falsetto note or try to fucking hit the most robust snort in history? Is this like mid-sneeze? What is going on in this freeze frame? Like, what? How? What? Why? How? My head. Is this potentially thumbnail worthy, or are we sticking to, like, you know, this? This is the face of a potential thumbnail. Is that face good, or should we try and get something with that? I don't know. I can try. Maybe we can try. Well, we'll have a quick try. Why not? Hold on, give me a wee second here. Crop out that. There we go. Get the whole thing in there. See how it goes. And let's see how this will look. So this is the current winner is this one here. The current winner of the thumbnail is this one right here. But this one might be a potential challenger. It's not actually too bad. It's cropped out quite well. Jesus Christ, man! What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with him? But yeah, fuck it.
Never see that in the games industry anymore, right? There you go. That's my answer. That's the kind of answer I couldn't give if I had sponsorships or partnerships, my friends. Seriously. Can you imagine?
That's what I'm saying. It comes back to the fucking point. Phil is fucking crying and moaning about the fucking the lack of originality in games today. Oh, I think I butchered that word. The lack of originality in video games today. He is crying about it. He's like, oh, there's nothing new and special these days. Phil has offered absolutely nothing of his own thoughts as to what would make a game more original these days. He has offered nothing at all. All he does is fucking criticise without fucking giving his own fucking take on what would be a better gaming experience, because he has not got any ideas at all. All he can do is criticise. He is waiting for someone else to come up with a fucking creative idea, the original idea, to make him a lot of fucking money playing that game. But he's offering absolutely nothing here.
Imagine if someone who had a big sponsorship with a game company saying something like that on their stream? That's why I'm happy that I'm able to give those kind of answers, because I'm not beholden to anybody. Okay? All right. Let's continue. I received a $1 tip.
Money, money.
Let me play.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Give it to Val for the super chat. It says, the Book of Philippians, Art of Begging and Victimhood. He really is a fucking, you know, he is an eternal fucking victim. He really fucking is. Prophet reminds us all that the question that Phil was asked about was frame rates, the differences in frame rate, and we got a 10-minute rant on rich game developers. So essentially, Phil ignored the entire premise of the fucking question.
Let's continue. I received a $1 tip. Will I be playing Pokemon Scarlet again when a DLC story is released? You know, a few people have been asking me this one now. I'm uncertain about it. The thing is, I really liked Pokemon Scarlet Violet, even though it runs horribly on the Switch. I thought the gameplay elements were incredibly fun and sound. Excuse me. And I really liked the story. Actually, it was one of the best Pokemon stories I've ever experienced, quite frankly. You know, and those Pokemon streams are very fun, chill, interactive streams. Would I like to do the DLC? I probably would, but the thing is, would people be interested? I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see. I don't know when it comes out. I just want to talk about it as we get closer to its release, because I don't know when it releases, and see what's going on.
Shut up for a second, because that's another fucking bingo, because you said interactive. Alright, continue your push.
Like, if we still have a bunch of ongoing chill playthroughs and stuff, then probably no. But let's say, for example, let's say we finish up Oblivion, and now we're looking for a new, like, night chill stream kind of a deal. I think the Pokemon DLC could fit that gap. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. We're going to see what's going on at that time, but I actually don't know when it releases. I have to try to figure that out. Okay. Excuse me. Super frog in my throat today. Okay. Let's see here.
This is 1.5 speed of dead air.
So, I have someone named James who tipped me $1 who's trying to give me some suggestions. I appreciate the suggestions. They're things that have been said before for sure. I don't feel like I need to publicly address them. It's kind of like behind the scenes suggestions for improvement. I appreciate that, James. Thank you for the $1 tip. Okay. This frog mic was bothering me. I think I got it that time. Annoying. Okay. It must be one of those Ogdo-Bogdos from yesterday. After I killed it, it got pissed and jumped down my throat. Alright, I received, another $1 tip. Let's see here. This is someone who's saying something that's completely untrue and has nothing to do with anything, and if they actually want to talk to me about it, they can email me, so I'm just going to ignore it. Alright. I received a $2 tip from Anzo Kamaru. My week off vacation from work was approved. I will now be able to play Final Fantasy 16 non-stop for that week. I'm going to go full hermit mode, bro. I can't freaking wait. I agree with you. Final Fantasy 15 had massive potential that it actually dropped. Having to watch a movie and an anime before playing the game, then the game story itself is being hella unfinished freaking sucked. Final Fantasy 16 is shaping up to be damn near perfect. I hope so. Because here's the thing. Even being as unfinished as it was, Final Fantasy 15 was really good. Like, I very much enjoyed it. Did it have shortcomings? It did. Were there things I was critical of that I thought could have been improved? Absolutely. But overall, I still think the game was great. So if 16 doesn't have those issues, I think 16 could be one of the best RPGs of all time. But I guess we're going to find out when it comes out next month, right? Okay.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. Who says the Book of Phil, the Book of Philippians 4-9. I believe all pulls for Hogan wheelchair whales money. I'm trying to decipher your fucking emojis, man. Sometimes it's... I swear to fuck you enjoy breaking my tiny brain with your fucking emoji, fucking Pictionary, fucking Cluedo kind of... I'm just a puzzle at times trying to decipher what you're trying to fucking say in these super chats. I think I done well at the start there. You know, the Book of Philippian, 4.9, I believe all pools for Hogan, and then it's just, you know, wheelchair whale money bag. Basically, the Book of Philippian, you know, Phil needs your money. You know, wheelchairs and whales combined to give Phil money so that it can all go to trying to pull that Hulk Hogan. That's how I interpret that.
RPGs of all time. But I guess we're going to find out when it comes out next month, right? Okay. Continuing on. So, Gathering Hall Live has re-upped their membership for 7 months and says it's a publisher issue, not really a dev issue 100%. Again, I have absolutely no belief in my head that there's a single game developer out there that goes to work every day and says, man, I can't wait to push out a piece of shit, right? I can't wait to push out a game that's going to be choppy, that's not going to have good controls, that's not going to have fluid gameplay. Why would they do that? Most people who do this kind of creative work have pride in their work. They actually care about pumping out a quality product. They don't just go to work to say, well, I type on my computer today. Okay, I put in my time, I'm done, I go home, take my paycheck. No, they want to see a piece of awesome work come out of it. They want to have a game that releases and they, wow, people liked it. People actually reviewed it well. People are buying it in drove. That's what they want. They want to have pride in something great that they made for the industry and for games.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. He said, this is better than church offering. Clown and Phil. Clown and the pig. It's just, pretty much, it's just... It's just unbelievable. Phil and his constant fucking bitching and whining, like... It's not as if game developers can just fucking look at the game they're fucking making and going, why is this still shit? How about we fucking put in this one line of code and it won't be shit? That's not how it fucking works, Phil. Sometimes there's limitations within the fucking game. Sometimes the amount of data you have in the game, the amount of other content you have in the game, means there's gonna be fucking limitations in how it can fucking possibly run sometimes. It's still amazing. It still impresses me to this fucking day. If we're going to talk about GTA, how about we fucking talk how amazing a job that fucking game developers did back in the fucking day for like PlayStation 2. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. The size of the map. So we went from Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which had a decent sized map. It wasn't massive, but it's still a nice sized map. And then the next fucking game from them was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and the map was like fucking 8 times bigger. It was a huge fucking map. It's the same console, and they still got all this fucking content. They managed to squeeze every ounce of possible processing power to fucking have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas play.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for super chat. It says, my ex-roommate is a former Ubisoft developer in Quebec. That's pretty cool fucking stuff. There's a video I want to find. I watched a video a while ago. I don't know if I ever told you guys about this. I mean, it is possible. The video was relating to the amazing feat that the makers of Crash Bandicoot performed in getting their game to perform for PlayStation. And I can't mind who made it. I watched it a while ago. And apparently they fucking had to do all sorts of fucking strange wee things to fucking get it, somehow make everything work. And like there's some sort of, I'm trying to fucking find how I'd even find this, how would you find it? I'm trying. Christ, man, it's like there's something that the game developers did for Crash Bandicoot that somehow it surpassed all expectations. They kind of had to like semi-gain the system a bit, to try to make it work. I don't even know if I can find it. It's so annoying.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for a super chat. I said, got lost in Quebec without the internet or the French. I mean, Quebec is I'm pretty sure Quebec is mainly French speaking, so I'd be confused as fuck myself there, that's for sure. I want to go to Canada specifically for poutine. Is that weird? It's the same reason why I want to go to fucking Chicago for the fucking pizza. And New York for the pizza. And Italy for everything. Like the food, I don't know what was that. But yeah. Is it weird that, you keep those amazing cultural fucking dishes, you know what I mean? And like, you know, I was like, yeah, it's Prophet says you stay the fuck out. I'm going to Canada. I'm going to get my fucking poutine. There's nothing your bald ass can do about it, Prophet. I will get my fucking poutine. I'm still trying to find this video, by the way. There's a Crash Bandicoot video. Here it is. I found it. Fantastic. It's a 30-minute video.
Memory.
So hold on. I'm going to show you guys a wee part of this fucking video, right? How Crash Bandicoot hacked the original PlayStation. Right?
It was so short in Crash Bandicoot that I took to stealing little bits and pieces of extra memory from the Sony libraries. I would like just try erasing parts of them that I thought I wasn't using and see if things still worked. If they did, I would mark them as available. I just hacked their code by just changing the byte codes. And I'm like, you can do this. Look, I fixed it. If they wouldn't fix it for me, I was just gonna like edit their code. It was free memory. The memory was finite, but you were definitely not supposed to do that. Hi, I'm Andy Gavin, co-founder of Naughty Dog Inc. and lead programmer on Crash Bandicoot. We set out to make the first 3D character platform action game, and to do it right, we had to literally hack the hardware.
I've watched this video back in the past. It was a very impressive fucking video. The things that they fucking had to do to fucking make that game work. I was like, a lot of us have fun memories of Crash Bandicoot. You know what I mean? A lot of us were back in the fucking day to play the fucking game. We loved that fucking game. It was a great fucking game to play. So I've got a link in the chat. I put a link in the chat for you guys to potentially watch this on YouTube. This is what I was talking about, you know. The game developers fucking have to fucking go above and beyond sometimes to try and maximise their fucking performance from the games they're fucking developing. This is a very extreme example. This example from Crash Bandicoot is a very extreme situation where they fucking like done this kind of thing. But yeah, I still think it's a fascinating video. And this is the sort of thing Phil does not comprehend. He thinks it's just about fucking putting a different line of code in the game. Just work harder, put more code in or something, and then the game will run better. It is not as straightforward as that, Phil. It never has been as straightforward as that. There's far more that goes into it, for fuck's sake.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. It says, Rich, I'll happily share my research over the pig. The Bible. You talking about, Review Tech USA? That Rich? The one thing, I always find it funny when like a prominent content creator reacts to Phil, but most of them are almost always guilty of making the same mistake, where they think they know what they're talking about when it comes to Phil, but they often get something wrong. You know, like Moist Critical, for example, thought Phil was still on Twitch, for example. It was kind of weird. Things like that, you know. There's always kind of these wee things where it's like, because like, you can understand why they get it wrong, but it's still a bit annoying that they've got a big audience to talk about Phil, but they get something wrong, so now their audience will believe the thing that's wrong.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. It says, character limit wasn't meant as slight. That's no problem, Val. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Most people who do this kind of creative work have pride in their work. They actually care about pumping out a quality product. They don't just go to work to say, well, I type on my computer today. Okay, I put in my time, I'm done, I go home and take my paycheck. No, they want to see a piece of awesome work come out of it. They want to have a game that releases and they, wow, people liked it. People actually reviewed it well.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you fucking hypocrite. You're the one that fucking told your audience don't bother going above and beyond at work because your fucking employer won't appreciate you for it. You're the one that fucking told you fucking tried to claim you did so much fucking extra fucking work for your company. You were given a laptop from the helicopter company to take home with you so you could finish your work at home. They didn't do that because you done such a good fucking job, Phil. They gave you a laptop because you fucking done so little there in the office. They had to fucking give you a laptop so you could finish your goddamn fucking job that you only got in the fucking first place because your daddy fucking worked else in the fucking company. You got a fucking helicopter job because your daddy worked there. That's the simple truth of the fucking matter. You weren't that fucking good at a fucking job. They fucking parked you around from different departments, that, going here and there, because nobody could fucking handle your ass or tolerate your fucking ass, and eventually your ass got fucking deservedly fired because you were that fucking useless to the goddamn fucking company in general. You were not worth keeping. Even your fucking daddy's influence, you were not fucking worth keeping. And then so years later, you fucking bitch and whine to your audience, guys. If you're at work, don't let them fucking use you. Don't go above and beyond your fucking work. Do what you're paid to do, but don't you fucking dare try and put an extra fucking effort. It's terrible advice you gave your audience. You should absolutely, if possible, go above and beyond at work within fucking reason. Try and make yourself as indispensable as possible. I've known people that have fucking managed to fucking do that precisely. I think I've told the story a couple of times where I've had people I've worked with actually fucking, make sure they were indispensable. So when it came time for them to get a promotion, they made sure they got that fucking promotion because they told them, okay, I'm going elsewhere then. So they secured that promotion because they made sure they were damn near indispensable to that fucking place. But Phil doesn't have that mentality because he's never been a fucking good worker, he's never been a hard worker, he's not somebody that fucking puts some effort into his fucking craft.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says, travelled non-stop with less than half his income. Yeah, you fucking travel the world. On half of what Phil makes in a year. But it's just crazy. What I'm saying. I've always found it impressive that people can do. I mean, it's like there's always ways to fucking try and travel around, trying to spend like the minimal. Like, most people look for the easiest option for travelling, which often involves not spending the least amount, but it's just the most convenient amount essentially. You know what I mean? To make life less hassle. But there's usually always like cheaper alternatives though, if people are willing to put up with it. But not Phil though. Phil's business class or first class all the fucking way. Make sure he can play WWE champions while 30,000 feet in the fucking air. That kind of thing. That's always been the way he's fucking been wired. Anytime he's flying home to Connecticut, make sure he gets his WWE champions on that fucking plane.
They want to have a game that releases, and they, wow, people liked it. People actually review.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says 9+ language fluency, 3 masters, US Army retired. Is that Corporal? CPL? Is that Corporal? Well, I salute you, Corporal.
Or come out of it. They want to have a game that releases, and they, wow, people liked it. People actually reviewed it well. People are buying it in drove. That's what they want. They want to have pride in something great that they made for the industry and for gamers. They don't want to pump out a turd, right?
But Phil, sometimes there's nothing the developers can fucking do in that situation because the game, it's just, that's what I'm saying, it's not as simple as just fucking putting in a line of code that'll make everything work better. Honestly, fuck Phil, you're my fucking god.
But we're talking about the game developers. We're not talking about the publishers. We're not talking about the management. We're talking about the actual line level game developer who does the work, right? I think that's where the disconnect is. So, Bloomkit has another super chat. Would you rather visit Japan or England? Oh man. Well,
he usually hates these fucking questions because he doesn't believe he's ever going to fucking visit either.
Can I give you an honest answer? For me, it's like 50-50. I would do either. I would enjoy either trip, I think. My wife has always wanted to go to Japan. Like her whole life, she said, I want to go to Japan for a vacation. So
if Kat went to Japan, she would be big in Japan, yes.
Ideally, if we were able to go somewhere, it would probably be Japan because that's where my wife wants to go, and I want to give her the trip she's always wanted, right?
Can you enter horses into sumo? Just a random cute, question. Don't pay attention to it.
But for me, it's kind of 50-50. For me, I'd like to travel anywhere and just have a good time, absorbing culture that I'm not used to, trying new cuisines, seeing sights, having fun in a place that I'm not familiar with. That's really where I like to do, quite frankly. Okay? So there you go. That's not England. Someone just said that's not England. What do you mean? Hold on. No, wait a minute. Are you telling me that if I go to England and I eat beans on toast, it's not going to blow me away? Is that what you're saying? If I eat a spotted dick, I'm not going to be like, wow, gourmet food? What are you talking about? Come on, man. You can't be hating on England like that. All right? You can't. What are you trying to say?
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. It says, unlike Phil, doesn't believe in charity, he never pays anyone. The only people Phil is paying on a regular and consistent basis is Scopely. And I guess Capcom as well with Street Fighter dual mobile game. But yeah, it's literally getting to the point where it is his content is pay to play. If he's not getting the financial backing to play these fucking games, the game's going to get fucking dropped. I'm personally fucking amazed that the fucking Final Fantasy is still going. If we scroll down here to Final Fantasy at the fucking bottom here, look at it's been night streams the whole time, him playing Final Fantasy. So $28 for this stream here, $20 there, 33. One time I did get a fucking lot of money for it actually, didn't he? Yeah, he got a shit ton of money playing it one time ever. This time right here, he got $169 fucking dollars playing it. The day before, $11. So yeah, but the fact of the matter is, it usually almost always fails for him as a fucking stream. One stream, I think, has kept that game going. This is a one time. This is why the game's still being played today, and it's still in rotation today. Because he had one extremely good stream when he got to fucking put in a vest playing Final Fantasy. Every other time, he has not even hit the goddamn fucking glasses goal. But one time, $169, the game was fucking saved from getting fucking, you know, das Boot.
You can't be hating on England like that, alright? You can't. What are you trying to say? I'd probably like Indian food in the UK. Probably I would. I like Indian food as it is, so if there's a more, you know, even more interesting Indian foods in the UK, I probably would enjoy that. You're right. Hello, Pickle Man. How's it going? He says it's been an average day for him. He wants another daily question. Okay. How about this one? Here comes Jasper Kitty, by the way. Jasper. Hello. What are you doing? How about this? So Jasper Kitty, if you were to ask him what is his favorite food, it's fish. He loves fish. Any food we get that has fish in it, his dry food is salmon based. And if we give him treats, he usually likes the treats that are fish based. So do you, he's looking at my head. Do you prefer, Pickle Man, fish or red meat or chicken? And he's looking, he won't stop looking at my head. Jasper, you silly guy. He's trying.
Is that weird cat licking his bald spot? What the fuck?
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says, the pig doesn't have cat to toss his salad, sad face. Team divorce. I am not on the side of team divorce. I think I'm on team taxes. I'm on the team taxes side. I think it's something money related, tax related in some capacity. I don't think, I mean, let's be honest here, if Cat, where the fuck would Cat go? Honestly, I was like, she's fucking, where the fuck would she go? She's got a cushy thing going here. Why the fuck would she leave Phil? If it's she, what was she gaining from fucking divorcing Phil? Where's she gonna go? I mean, who's gonna want some overfed mare? You know? I don't know. Steve Ed says we asked the same question of Liana, and no. Look, Liana has so much potential. I mean, Liana had personality. Liana was fucking constantly questioning and challenging Phil, and also Liana fucking evolved before our very eyes and fucking decided, you know what, I fucking had enough of this person. I'm gonna fucking grow the fuck up and get out of this fucking situation. No, Liana. The difference is, Liana loved Phil. I don't think Kat has ever loved Phil, but she fucking loves the convenience of the situation she's now in. It's essentially 3-room and board, and as many fucking door dashes as she fucking wants. Now let's watch this weird cat keep on licking Phil's bald spot.
Or red meat or chicken. And he's looking, he won't stop looking at my head. Jasper, you silly guy. He's trying to groom me. He's trying to groom me. Live on stream. Oh my goodness. You silly guy. You're so silly. You groom me on stream in front of all these people. How dare you? Pickle Man says red meat easily. Can't beat a good steak. And I used to be in agreement with Pickle Man back in the day, but last 10 years of my life have been eye-opening. A lot of things changed for me. Basically, when I moved out here, number one being exposed.
Goat. I just thought I'd fucking say it. Goat. I just thought I'd get it out there.
To so many more cultures and cuisines that I'd never seen or tried before, a lot of which are not red meat based. And then number two, me having some health problems with acid levels in my body and having to stay away from red meat a lot of the time has got me into other things. So today I would very rarely even eat red meat. I don't even think about it. How dare you bite me? Oh, that's it. Now you're gonna get it.
Oh, hold on.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Sval for the super chat. It says, look, she plays vanilla Skyrim like a crazy person. She really does. Let's see Jasper bite him again.
Very rarely even eat red meat. I don't even think about it.
That was good. Hold on, one more time.
Has
we need we'll be able to see it better this way. Let's slow motion this. Slow motion 2KJ earning his fucking keep.
It got me into other things. So today I would very rarely even eat red meat. I don't even think about
There it is. The face. The face is fucking perfect. Oh my god. That's the face of a man who's just been bitten in the hand by an angry cat. Holy fuck, hold on. Potential thumbnail. Jesus. Does it get better than that? Hold on. So he's like, okay, blah 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 blah, and then Jasper's like sinking the fangs in here. And he's like, ah. It's like there. That's like the moment he seems to fucking realise. Potential thumbnail, hang on, let me see. Let's see how this works as a potential thumbnail. Bear with me 2 seconds. So far we've got that. That. Oh my god, it's a fucking strange gallery fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Oops, what the fuck? I don't know why. I tried to copy the fucking stream link for some reason. There we go. That's the face of Phil being bit. Fantastic stuff. It's actually a decent wee fucking freeze frame. It might work. That's the face of Phil in pain from being bitten in the hand by an angry pussy.
Ah! How dare you bite me? Oh, that's it.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for the super chat. It says, we don't have any Derek level detractors, do we? I sure hope not. Look, Derek's a creepy little fucking bastard. I would hope to fuck there is no detractors on a similar kind of, you know, wavelength to Derek, considering some of the things that fucking weird little bastard is into. So, yeah, no, I certainly hope not. Put it that way. If there is, I'm not really aware of it. Anyway, let's go back to 1.5 speed.
How dare you bite me? Oh, that's it. Now you're gonna get it. How dare you bite me live on stream? How could you? He's trying to bite me again. Giant enemy crabs says, I prefer chicken and fish. Red meat is good occasionally. Flies Versal says, lick Jasper on the forehead to establish your dominance. I'm not going to lick my cat, sorry. Fresh fish is delicious. I agree. See, I actually really like fresh fish. The problem is it's expensive. You try going to a seafood restaurant that has like catch of the day, dude, you spend $30 minimum on a dish. Like, dude, I can't spend that much money. It sucks that fresh fish is so expensive because there's a lot of places out here that have it, but I don't have that kind of money to be spending. No, Jasper does not know tricks or commands. He's a cat. He does not do that stuff. Jasper, leave this wire alone. Oh, that's it. Jasper, don't do it. He's trying to chew my headphone wire. I had to spray him. Didn't want to spray him. You know, you guys know me. I don't like spraying Jasper at all.
He sprayed Jasper, that poor defensive cat. Okay, that's it. We need to fucking get Agent DeClaude out of there now. Who are the handlers of Agent DeClaude on his mission right now in the Snortfort? We need to fucking organise the fucking the agents to fucking get our agent out of there from behind enemy lines.
But the moment he tries to eat a wire, I have to. If he eats that wire, he get electrocuted, so... Sorry, Jasper, you gotta learn not to eat my wires, man. Thing is, he's doing it to get my attention. He's not doing it because he wants to eat the wire. He does because, oh, I know I get attention from Dad if I do this. Well, he got the wrong kind of attention. Have I ever been on a performance stage? Yes. I could do DSP Goes Fishing. How exactly would I do that? DSP Goes Fishing. First of all, don't you think that would be incredibly boring? Just me fishing? For me fishing with an interactive...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you, Versus Alphone, for a super chat. It says, I just love that little cat. So do I. We all fucking love Jasper. He's a victim in that fucking house. That bastard fucking declawed that poor little fucking cat, and he fucking has to make him fucking live in misery every fucking day, enduring Phil, fucking having to be around him, smelling him. Thank fuck he fucking scratched the crap out of him when he fucking could. Thank goodness he's had to fucking bite the shit out of him as well whenever he fucking can to make Phil's life miserable. Although he's also putting his own health at risk, fucking biting Phil's fucking horrible hand, oozing hand. Remember Phil's hand, he has special cream for his hands because his hands and skin's oozing because Phil's such a toxic individual. So he's putting himself at risk there by biting Phil, you know, I'm just saying. The fucking risks that fucking Agent de Claude takes for our benefit, you know, nobody has any clue. But I think it is time to pull Agent de Claude out of the snort fort.
First of all, don't you think that would be incredibly boring? Just
Also, yeah, he fucking referred to himself as dad in this relationship. Listen, oh my god, that freeze frame. Fuck me. But yeah, actually, so let's just rewind it just to see Phil being mean to Jasper.
no, Jasper does not know tricks or commands. He's a cat. He does not do that stuff. Jasper, leave this wire alone. Oh, that's it. Jasper, don't do it. He's trying to chew my headphone wire. I had to spray him. Didn't want to spray him. You know, you guys know me. I don't like spraying Jasper at all. But the moment he tries to eat a wire, I have to. If he eats that wire, he get electrocuted. So, sorry, Jasper. You gotta learn not to eat my wires, man. Thing is, he's doing it to get my attention. He's not doing it because he wants to eat the wire. He does it because, oh, I know I get attention from Dad if I do this. Well, he got the wrong kind of attention. Have I ever been on a performance stage? Yes. I could do DSP Goes Fishing. How exactly would I do that? DSP Goes Fishing. First of all, don't you think that would be incredibly boring? Just me fishing? For me fishing with an interactive live audience and chatting, that's one thing. But me actually real life fishing by myself, wouldn't that be boring? Plus, I don't know how you would even do it, because let's say, for example, I go out to a lake to do it. Well, that's probably going to have terrible cell phone reception there, so how am I going to stream, right? Like, the places you can stream the best is like city. You can't fish in the city. Yes, I have been fishing on a pier before. Yes, I have. Can we play Bass Pro again and bring the fishing hat and lures back? Well, number one, we can't play Bassmaster. It's off Game Pass, and I'm not buying it because we've already done everything there is in the game, and the game is kind of broken.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for this.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
First of all, thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. It says, failing on a stage isn't a brag, Phil. Yeah, definitely not a fucking brag to fail on a fucking stage. Definitely not. Thank you very much to Infidel Castro as well for super chat. It says, I'll need to do DoorDash to get the community code, but I can put some old skills to use and rescue Jasper. We need to fire host a pig. Exactly, Jesus Christ, man. Oh my fucking god. I know. I feel sorry for that fucking cat. I really do sometimes, because that creature. I mean, okay, let's be honest here. Phil is not. From what we can see, okay, he just sprayed fucking Jasper in the fucking face with water around the electronics. Questionable fucking parenting skills there, Phil, by the way. But, you know, nah. The cat. I think it's. Is it weird that I feel like he thinks of himself as dad in that figure? Like, Steve Dead, you've got cats. Do you think of yourself as dad, and do you think of those cats as your kids? Or do you just think of your pets as your lovely cat pets? And pets are pets, and kids are kids, aren't they? Just, I don't know.
Number one, we can't play Bassmaster. It's off Game Pass, and I'm not buying it because we've already done everything there is in the game, and the game is kind of broken. So no, I'm actually not going to be buying that game and continuing it. If there is a new fishing game that comes out, all right, then I will consider it, but only if there's a new one. So I don't know if and when they're going to make another Bassmaster game. The last one was like 2 years ago. I guess we'll have to see. No, there's a very good reason I don't do IRL streaming. It's for safety reasons. Sadly, with the amount of crazy people who obsess with me on the internet for absolutely no good reason, I have to avoid having any private life stuff shared with the internet, because these people would probably try to do messed up stuff. So that's why I don't do that kind of stuff. Okay, guys, please tag me in chat if you'd like to ask me any more questions today, or any contributions. Of course, I will shout out as well. I would appreciate any support on the stream today. Thank you in advance to anyone who has or will during the stream. There will never be another house tour. Those days are done. If you haven't noticed, I haven't done a house tour in like, what, 6 years? 7 years? I don't even know. And there'll never be another one. It's done. The days of the house tours are over, my friends, and it's because of the crazy people on the internet. If they would just behave and not act like nut jobs, then I'd be okay with it. But the fact that every little piece of information I give out is used to hurt me, I'm not wasting my time. What is going on, Big Mac? How are you? Would I ever try Valorant? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like the kind of game I'd be interested in, even if I had a PC that I could play games on. Lanuli says, I heard you talk about a Steam Deck in the last podcast. There's a competitor called the Asus ROG Ally that's twice as powerful, and it's going to cost $600, which means I'm not getting it. It's not even close to being something in my price range. It's nuts. Dropping $600 for something I'll casually play games on does not make sense.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. It says, possession of memory longer than Nat Stalker. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I thought goldfishes had short memories. Are gnats' memory spans shorter than a goldfish? The goldfish is a kind of more commonly known one, isn't it? Like they have a memory of like 7 minutes or some pish. Which is kind of strange to fucking when people get. Do you think goldfish get surprised in every fucking time that they see you? Who's this guy? No. But wasn't it also debunked? I feel like it was easier to. I feel like it was something that was debunked. Exactly. Space says goldfish can be trained though. Exactly. Yeah. And D-Dog says it was proven fake. So it was a myth really that the fucking memory spans of goldfish is not actually 7 minutes, but it's better than that because you can actually train goldfish to do things. But I guess gnats have a really bad memory span. I don't know. It's not something I know a whole fucking lot about, to be honest. But mind you think Phil's memory span? Do you think Phil intentionally makes himself a hypocrite, or is he forgetting all his lies when he's constantly contradicting himself, or do you think he's fully aware of it and he's just trying to cause confusion? There's a fucking question for you guys. Is Phil willingly and knowingly contradicting himself to try and confuse people, or is his memory that fucking shit?
For something I'll casually play games on does not make sense. Are there spiders in Elden Ring? No, right? There's no spiders, there's the hands. The hands that kind of act like creepy spiders, but there's no real spiders in the game, correct? I've never played Costume Quest. No, I have not. I don't know what an MLS game is, so I guess the answer is no, I've never been to one.
You don't know what fucking Major League Soccer is, Phil. It's the fucking professional, football soccer league in America. His team is actually what's his team's name? What's the name of the Seattle-based team in the MLS? I can't mind. I can't even mind. What the fucking Seattle team called? Sounders. That's what it was. I was going to say Sounders, and then I thought, isn't that a strange sexual term? Sound. I wasn't sure. I don't know why, but I thought Seattle Sounders might have been some sort of GTA reference. Not for Seattle, but the Sounders being a team name. I don't know. It's a strange fucking team name when you think about the Sounders, you know. But you get all fucking sorts of different teams. Like you got the Colorado Rapids as well, not shit. You know what I mean? And fucking this LA Galaxy and all that shit. They have to give themselves some strange wee fucking unique name.
No, I do not like or play romance games. Would I ever do a setup tour of The Office? I mean, maybe someday. There's really nothing to show. My consoles are over there. My TV's here. My joysticks are here. Here I have my keyboard and headphones and controllers. Here's my laptop. Here's my PC. It's not a big deal. Quite frankly, there's not much to show. It's not interesting. Thoughts on PS5 Pro rumors? I already said. I don't think it's true. I think they are making a new model PS5, but it's not what people think. I think it's going to be a model PS5 where every model is the same, and then if you want the ability to run discs on it, you have to buy a separate drive that you would plug into it. I think that makes more sense than doing a Pro. The games are not running optimally on the regular PS5. What makes you think putting even better hardware into it would improve the situation? It won't. What would happen is, if they have one model of PS5 instead of two, now they can just mass produce that model, flood the market with that model, and now everyone can get a PS5. There's no more scarcity whatsoever, and if they so choose that they want to run discs, they can buy the DVD drive separately. In reality, that's probably what they should have done to begin with, but I don't think anyone predicted.
Hold on, was that prayer hands? Did I just miss prayer hands there?
Into it would improve the situation. It won't. What would happen is, if they have one model of PS5 instead of two, now they can just mass produce that model, flood the market with that model, and now everyone can get a PS5. There's no more scarcity whatsoever, and if they so choose that they want to run discs, they can buy.
Was it before this in? Was it prayer hands beforehand? Like,
I already said. I don't think it's ability to run discs on it. You have to buy a separate drive that you would plug into it.
No, I don't think we can count that as prayer hands. No, we can't count that as prayer hands. It barely lasted a fucking second, and it's like, no, it's prayer hands is when he's specifically fucking talking to the audience and trying to actually ask for money while he's doing that fucking gesture. It's a clap. He basically clapped.
Where it's every model is the same, and then if you want the ability to run discs on it, you have to buy a separate drive that you would plug into it.
That's not fucking prayer hands in my opinion. It's a good shout. I'm glad we checked. I'm glad we checked it. That's not prayer hands. I can't count that.
I think that makes more sense than doing a Pro. The games are not running optimally on the regular PS5. What makes you think putting even better hardware into it would improve the situation? It won't. What would happen is, if they have one model of PS5...
You want a poll? Well, I'll do a poll. I'll let you guys... Okay, hold on. Fuck it. I'll do a poll. Engagement orders. Here we go. Fucking start a poll. Was it prayer hands? There you go. I'll do a wee poll. You guys can fucking answer. So let's have the community decide. Was it prayer hands? Yes or no? You guys will be the determining factor.
5 instead of 2. Now they can just mass produce that model, flood the market with that model, and now everyone can get a PS5. There's no more scarcity whatsoever. And if they so choose that they want to run discs, they can buy the DVD drive separately. And in reality, that's probably what they should have done to begin with, but I don't think anyone predicted COVID. COVID just completely changed the face of what was going on during the launch of those consoles. Am I going to watch the Barbie movie? No. I have no interest in the Barbie movie. You can buy Metal Gear Solid 1 on PC. Again, it's something that not accessible to me. You see? Ooh. Oh. Am I playing Zelda next week? I'm playing Zelda all day on Friday. It's all I'm playing on Friday. It's 5+ hours of Zelda on Friday, and then it's going to hit my main schedule and be alternated with other games. So the answer is yes, I'm playing Zelda. How many of my PS5 controllers have drifted? I own 2. One of them did some drift. That one over there. And that's when I ended up getting a second one. Well, there's 2 reasons I have 2 PS5 controllers. The first is, at the launch of PS5, some games had too much haptic feedback, and as that was happening, it would cause my thumbstick to depress by accident, and I would get melee attacks in games like Call of Duty completely by accident, and it was ruining my gameplay. Then I disabled the haptic feedback, and guess what? It never happened again. So originally I thought that my first controller was busted, so I got a new one, and the same thing kept happening. All right, but the other thing is, yes, that controller started to get thumbstick drift, the left one. So I actually stopped using that one. I've been using this one for about a year and haven't had a problem. So one of my controllers did have some thumbstick drift. That's correct. No, I've never seen the Mario Brothers movie. I'd like to see it when it goes on demand. Would I ever visit Las Vegas? Maybe someday, but if I visit Las Vegas, it would be to spend time with my wife and nothing else. I'll tell you one thing I wouldn't go to Vegas for, to be at EVO. Like the idiotic things that I did in the 2000s. Spending all that time and money traveling to Las Vegas just to go play fucking Street Fighter in a ballroom. What a dunce I was. Like, I really regret that now. Now that I'm older, I'm like, dude, I was in Las Vegas so many times, I never actually went to Las Vegas. I just sat in a fucking hotel like a dunce. And I look at it now, I'm like, dude, I was so dumb in my 20s. I really was. Completely different moron. Exactly. Wasted opportunities. That's exactly, like, think of it. Growing up, I'm playing Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 has a stage in Las Vegas where you're fighting on the strip against Balrog. And then I had no desire to go to the real fucking strip and walk down it and see what it was. I mean,
money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Val, for the super chat. It says, wait a second, the pig never paid Respect the Pact. From... I don't know why you have an emoji of like men and women's toilets to end that. But yes, the people that were behind Respect the Pact who were editing Project 7, Phil never paid them. Correct. I have no idea how to interpret that last emoji as to what you're trying to say. But yeah, Respect the Pact. It's a... Phil claimed, I still can't believe he claimed he was going to fucking have a meeting with him in public somewhere, but he couldn't fucking go because he got diarrhea. That is just such a weird thing to fucking admit. People like this pause face. I can try and do a wee... Hold on. We have so many fucking potential pause faces today. We really fucking do. Let me just get a wee screenshot of this, so I just clip this out. I'm just going to stick to the face, I think. There we go, cool stuff. Hold on a second, bear with me here. So, this is the most recent pause face where Phil got bit by Jasper. And let's see if we can get an improvement. There we go, that's not too bad at all. This fucking face right here. Holy fuck. Not bad at all. It works. It looks pretty good. What shape is that head? Dent is the answer. Dent headed. Doesn't ignore this one. I can close that as a mistake. Jesus. I don't think I've ever taken this many fucking potential thumbnail pictures for a bingo before. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're up to the god. It's a magnificent 7 possibilities of a fucking thumbnail face. Holy fucking shit.
On the strip against Balrog. And then I had no desire to go to the real fucking strip and walk down it and see what it was. I mean, you couldn't fucking make it up. I was so stupid. I really was a moron when I was in my 20s. I admit it now. I look back, I'm 40 to 41. I look, 20 years back, I'm like, dude, I was a complete idiot. I'm fucking wasting my life away playing this fucking game. Seriously. It's funny because did I have really meaningful experiences playing Street Fighter? I did, but I wasted a lot of time and money that I could have put towards way more productive things in my life playing this game. And now I kind of regret it. Like, dude, I really wish that I'd done other things at that time rather than just play Street Fighter, play Street Fighter, play Street Fighter. It's weird because when you're in the situation where you can take advantage of stuff, you don't realize it. Then years later, when the regret sets in. Like, ah, fuck. Yes. Swagonito says, you really stayed in your hotel? You didn't explore the cities that you were in? No. Well, okay, there's some exceptions. For example, when I went to Nashville, I definitely explored Nashville with the people I was with. We went to had some food, drove around. We went to the, what do they call that? The major road where it has all the music bars and everything.
You bought your dumbass cowboy hat there.
So I got my cowboy hat, okay? When I went to Texas, to some extent, I had some food and things in Texas. That was nice. When I went to Midwest Championships multiple times, I went to Chicago. That was nice. Actually touring Chicago, I absolutely positively toured Chicago. And by the way, this was before modern day Chicago. That
Hold on. He said positively. That's a fucking bingo. He said positively. Which is positive, so we count that. I'm looking at the poll here. Look, guys, I want to make something clear for the poll. If there's no overwhelming support for yes, and you need to, like, in my opinion, it is almost half of you saying no for the player hands. It's too tight for me. I know yes is barely ahead. I would need yes to get to like 75%, in my opinion, for that to be an overwhelming yes. I'm going to keep the poll running, but you get what I'm saying? It's almost half of you saying no, it wasn't player hands. It's too close. When it's that close, I can't just... So yeah, it needs to be quite an overwhelming majority of people saying yes, it was player hands. I'm going to let it keep running though.
apparently no one wants to go to anymore. We're talking older Chicago. That was a nice place. Mid to late 2000s Chicago. That's the Chicago I went to. Okay, and that was actually quite fun. Okay, so those I enjoy. But literally, I've been to Las Vegas, Nevada, I believe 4 times. I'm trying to remember. There was the first Evo was not. No, the first Evo was at a university. But I know there was one, Red Rock, the Red Rock Resort Casino. There was, I think it was called Green Valley Resort. I was at 3 Evos that were in Vegas. 2005, 2006, 2007. 3 times in a row, 3 years in a row. I traveled to Las Vegas. Did I gamble? A little bit in the airport, because the airports actually had slot machines. But outside of that, I literally would fly in, take a taxi, because there was no Uber back then, take a taxi to the hotel, check in, get some food, relax, and then go to the fucking venue, check in, play fighting games in the venue, play fighting games in hotel rooms, play fighting games, play fighting games, play fighting games, play fighting games, play fighting games. Jasper, stop it. He's trying to chew the wire again. And literally, not ever step foot outside of the hotel. I'm serious. I never did. I just stayed at these hotel resorts and just hung out in the hotels. And some of the hotels had gambling in them, which was nice. So you could do some of that. Like I said, one was Red Rock Resort Casino. I think one was called like Green Mountain or Green Valley, something like that. They were both owned by the same company, but they were spin-off resorts or whatever. So basically, yeah, I never left. I mean, how dumb am I? All I needed to do was leave and go to the Strip, spend the day outside of the realm of fighting games, and just have some fun, do some tourism, have some memorable moments that I can remember forever. And I never did it. I'm just a complete idiot. I really, really regret it. You know, even when I went to the first Evo, which was 2002, I think it was, I spent 2 weeks in California in Orange County with my friends, and we saw the sights. We did some fun stuff together. That was neat because you spend time with your friends while you're also doing the thing. I don't know, like mid-2000s, I was just an idiot. No, life's versatile. Here's the thing. See, back then, I basically was traveling by myself. I was a loner traveling out to like Evo, and I wasn't like with a group of people. I was just doing it for myself, my own thing. So, you know, that's when I say, oh, I went to Evo 2005 literally with no friends, no one supporting me, and I got fucking 4th place at the tournament, top American that year. You have to understand that what an accomplishment that was. Okay, it was a huge one. It wasn't like, oh, I had a group of friends, we were chilling, we were supporting each other, we were practicing. No.
I just fucking love, like, this was such a long time fucking ago, 2005, and you see how he still fucking talks about it. I got 4th fucking place, top ranked American. It's still right there at the forefront of his fucking mind, front and center. This was a crown achievement of his fucking life.
Traveling out to like Evo, and I wasn't like with a group of people. I was just doing it for myself, my own thing. So, you know, that's when I say, oh, I went to Evo 2005 literally with no friends, no one supporting me, and I got fucking 4th place at the tournament, top American that year. You have to understand that what an accomplishment that was. Okay, it was a huge one. It wasn't like, oh, I had a group of friends, we were chilling, we were supporting each other, we were practicing. No, it was literally me just performing at a top level in a fighting game with literally everyone against me. Every person wanted to see me fail, and I didn't fail.
He seems to not want to mention the fact that there was a big boycott of the fucking game that year, so all the kind of top players did not really participate. I guess that's not worth mentioning there, Phil.
That's why that's meaningful to me, right? Not because these idiots, because it was inferior version. Fuck you. Doesn't matter if I was playing fucking thumb wrestling. If it was the same thing in any competition, I would have still felt proud about it because of the way that it went down, you know? No, I didn't meet John Rambo till many years later. I didn't meet John Rambo till 2006, and we actually didn't go to Evo together till 2007. That was the one we went together. Yep. Did I ever doubt myself back then? Of course I did. Of course I did. I didn't, you know, it was remarkable because here's someone who had no notable tournament placings in Super Turbo, right? I wasn't winning Super Turbo tournaments or anything. And, you know, to come out of literally nowhere and go to the Nationals and kick every major player's ass in a fucking row, back to back, spanking them left and right. It was pretty crazy. And I was in what was considered the black bracket of death. It was supposed to be a black bracket where they put all the good players, and I beat every good player that was in that bracket. Literally every one.
Still no mention of the actual boycott of the fucking tournament from all these prominent players. Okay.
Did I ride in a tow truck? No, I don't think. Have I ever ridden in a tow truck? I don't remember. Thoughts on the bus light boycott? People are boycotting bus lighting? Whatever. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what the story is behind that one. We like to sit in the dark. Good for you. Go sit in the dark areas of the bus, man. I don't care. All right. Guys, we do have to end the show. So I want to say thank you for chilling with me, and thanks to those who did support the stream so far today. I hope you enjoyed the show. You know, sorry we don't, these last few days we haven't had much, like, too many concrete topics to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no news going on. Maybe tomorrow we'll have some, maybe after the tier maker tonight we'll have something more to talk about tomorrow or something. It's just, it sucks that there's nothing really going on. You know what I mean? There just isn't. There's nothing too concrete happening. And because of that, just really, I can sit down and, oh, let's talk about these cool big topics. You know, but I am happy chatting with you every day. We have a good time just chatting it up, right? And having a little back and forth. So thanks for joining me. Let's end the show. All right. And, news on Hogwarts? What news on Hogwarts, Ronnie Blaze? I don't know what you're talking about. What news on Hogwarts? Anyway, thanks for watching the show. And, until next time, I still need to think about what I want to do for an outro. Because right now, we don't have one, you know? And I don't really want to use music that's like, you know, I'm trying to think what I can do for an outro. Or maybe every day I should just make a cheesy pun here or something. So thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. Yeah, thanks for playing. This is all a video game. I don't know if you guys realized it. You were playing a game this whole time. Your button inputs were controlling me on the screen. All right, thanks for watching. Okay. Let's get set up. But guys, I do have to use the restroom before we begin. So I'm going to take a few minutes break here to use the restroom. But I'm going to be right back with Elden Ring. So I hope that you will stick around and not take off in like the 5 minutes. I use a bathroom break here. That is centered well, actually. Wow, my camera is pretty much dead on where it should be. All right, guys, let's take a brief break. All right. Yes, I will run a few ads because I'm going to be gone for like 5-10 minutes to use the bathroom. When I come back, we jump into Elden Ring. We'll do a poll on what you guys want to see me do first. All right, when I come back. Thank you, and I will see you soon. Thanks very much, and I'll be right back.
Okay, so he's leaving at 12:33. Oh, I can mute the stream, hold on. I can mute the stream. So that's at 12:33. Hold on, how long was he away for?
Kitty.
Here we go.
Well, guys, I'd love to come back and play Elden Ring, but we have a problem. We have a certain kitty who has invaded my seat. A certain kitty. How dare you?
So he was away for 13 minutes. Just full disclosure, he had a 13-minute bathroom break. How bad are his fucking bowel movements?
Jasper, I have to play Elden Ring. How am I going to play if you're in my seat? How am I going to do this? Come on. Now he wants to bite and fight. Oh, that's it. He wants to bite and fight. That's it. We're going to fight right now.
Fuck him up, Jasper.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm back. All right, I'm ready. I now feel much better. I'm ready to tackle Elden Ring. Thank you for being patient. I appreciate your patience. While nature called, I answered nature fully and thoroughly. And now that nature has been handled, it's now time for us to handle this game, okay? Now I'm going to do a poll. You guys are going to vote on what you want to see me do in the game today, all right? So let's do a poll.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking thing. Hurry the fuck up, for fuck's sake.
Alright, so, here are the options. I am going to attempt to take on the God Serpent and Rykard again. But I think what we're going to try to do is, like someone had suggested, try Rocksling. If that doesn't work, then we're just going to move on and not do it right now. Alright? So we've got 4 options today of things we can do. We can either go to the Imperial City, we can do the Deep Root Depths, we can do the Astal River that leads into the Noxtella Underground City, or we can go to Caelid. And if you remember, there's the tower there that you can do, and inside there's a bunch of tough enemies, and once you get to the bottom, there is the Godskin guy, the skinny one. I've already fought the one that was outside the Imperial City in the windmill place, but we could try to take on the actual Godskin boss now. So there's your choices. Please vote. The poll just went live. I'll let you guys vote for a little bit while we try to figure this out. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Son of a fucking bitch, he's now fucking doing bingo. Even if I do count the fucking prayer hands, sadly, we are not able to get the fucking full house bingo because that would all be 2 spaces. We'd still be left with 1 space left over. Phil did not get 100 likes and blow bubbles before he started recording for YouTube. He's got 100 likes now, but that's fucking well past. We're behind Phil by almost an hour, and he only just recently got 100 likes. He's on 107 right now. So, nah. We didn't get the full house, sadly, so we'd have to... We have... I mean, I said, even if I can count the player hands, we still don't get the fucking full house, so I'm going to end the poll right fucking there. We've got a free space because of the fill for the bubbles. You guys like the stream, 100 likes on the stream, so we've got a free space because of that. I'll tick that. And I'll give you guys player hands as well, just so it looks closer. And plus I tick that, it's all symmetrical. Sadly, we did not get a full house. But we almost got one, we're very close. Hopefully we can get a full house tomorrow as Phil's final stream before his precious day off. How's Phil doing now? Let's refresh the stream and see how he's doing.
So I think this is a shortcut door. If I run past the asshole, I'm pretty sure there's a ladder and a shortcut door. That's the
$32 and 20 of those fucking dollars for 1 minute, man. Fucking cringe. Now, I'm not sure what to do for a thumbnail for the bingo. Do we go with the most recent one here with this face? Do we go with this one? Do we go with this one? We can't do anything with that one. This one, this creepy ass thing, this one. I don't even know what to fucking go for here. I'm trying to think. Somebody wants me to use all of them. I could just fucking just throw all of them in there just along the fucking bottom row of the fucking thumbnail thing. Hold on. Give me a second here actually, hold on. I'm tempted to see what this could look like. We could actually fucking test it now. So the one we had for today is this one. Let's get rid of that fucking monstrosity. So tomorrow's bingo would of course be the 9th. We just type in the 9th and then we could just, let's just throw this first one in here. So we just copy the image and we go here and shazam, we have this fucking face here. We could fucking have a whole fucking whole bunch of them here. So we could fucking have, hold on, we could even do fucking things where it's like sideways fucking view of Phil. And then we got another one down here where Phil's getting bit. Oops, wrong thing here. If I can go, here we go. And then got Phil down here screaming in fucking pain. It's pretty fucking alright, it's maybe it's making it smaller so he's not in the way too much. There we fucking go. What else? This one here could be good. Hold on. So copy the image. Here we go. Make this one quite small, I think, Let's just sneak this one down here. There we fucking go. Maybe put a couple more around the side, It's this one fucking here, for example, We could... Oops, click wrong thing again. I'll just make Phil be this way. There we can go, 90 degrees, and just fucking throw him up here, make him a bit smaller. There we fucking go. Fucking do. I just fucking make him go in there. Jesus Christ, man. Can we squeeze in one more? If I do it, we'll do this one. We'll squeeze in this one. Where can this one go? Maybe up here. Make it a bit smaller. There we go. No, one of the most chaotic thumbnails I think I've ever fucking made. I could even make this a bit bigger again actually, it's because there's some height we've not used up here. There we fucking go. How about that? That could work, I guess. So this is tomorrow's fucking thumbnail. Holy fucking shit. There we fucking go. So there we go. This is a bit of a chaotic thumbnail right there. That'll be fucking good. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up, guys. I've been going a bit long. This is a slightly longer bingo again. Sorry about that, but I do hope you all had a good time anyway. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys enjoyed it here Monday, how you wish to spend it. I'm not sure who's restreaming right now. If anyone's restreaming right now, let me check. So remember, Agent Proper and Piece of Peace will both be live tonight covering the tier maker. Let's see if I can find anyone to live redirect to. Pass the Remote is streaming right now, so I'll include their link in the chat and I'll also set up live redirect for their stream. So there we go. So Pass the Remote is currently live streaming Phil right now as well, and I will live redirect to their stream once it's over, which I'm going to end right now, guys. Thank you very much for attending bingo tonight. I do hope you all had a good time. Hope you had fun. Saturday wasn't a full house. We were very close, but it was not to be. But maybe we can get it tomorrow, who knows. So thank you very much for obviously keeping me writing the card and chat. Thank you for the contributions. Thank you in general just for being here. I do appreciate everyone keeping me sane. And I'm going to end things, so I always end things by playing Pixar Animation's amazing me video, Notorious PIG contributions. So until tomorrow, guys, thank you very much, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant.